Tested this, worked, so hopefully it should work now. We gonna find out. If it don't work, I'll be back. Yeah, I tried it. I tested it on my own, and it was working like pretty fucking smooth. I was actually pretty fucking impressed at it. So we're gonna go ahead and try to see if it's working now properly. I'm watching myself. I'm looking smooth. I'm looking smooth. Let me see. What's the resolution? All right, and I'm on 1080p, 60 fps per second. So let's see if this live stream works out well. It's looking smooth on my end. Let me put this over here so I can see it. Like I said, I tested it earlier, and let me make sure you guys can hear me. I can't see my voice moving. Hello, hello, hello. Here you guys see me. Hey, Chill Pill, what's up? What's up, man? Yeah, so I'm, like I said, I started this live stream while I was playing with it all day today, and then I tested it, and it looked like it was working pretty fucking smooth. A whole lot better than it was it last week or no, week before? I didn't stream. I didn't do anything. I made one video last week, but the week before last week, it was just like fucked up. It kept fucking freezing and stopping and Show Park, baby, can't wait to get back. Yeah, so I hope, like on my end, let me see this. It says I'm in 1080p, 60 frames per second on my end. Let's see, hang on, let me go to advanced. Yep. Okay. And like I said, I was experimenting earlier with it on my own, and it was running smooth. So if it fucks up again, I got more work to do. But this is gonna be the last Mario live stream, because this is just to work all the kinks out, you know. Because Mario, it's just, you know, it's bullshit. It's Mario. I mean, don't get me wrong. Mario has some great fucking people who play this shit, and they get really good at it. But for my purposes, it's bullshit. You know, it's not really. It's just, you know, it's just to, you know, run to the right and jump. That's what my girl. She don't like Mario, because I had her play it one time. She ain't get it at all. She just she just didn't get the mechanics of moving and jumping like at the same time. but she don't play video games, so I can't really fault her for that. Read these comments. Hey Mo, I'm good, man. I'm good. Oh wait, hang on, that's her texting me right now. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb. Let me write her back real fast. We're gonna start the gaming and chilling. All right. Nah, for me, AD beats professional comedians out there. I be laughing out loud for spring. Thanks. Am. I don't pronounce your name wrong, man, but thanks a lot, man. Am. I'm just gonna say Am. I don't want to fuck up your name too bad, man. But I appreciate it, man. Sucks. I like the Mario live streams too. Too bad you can play online. Too bad you can play online with subscribers. Can you? I don't even know if I can or not. I never tried it, because here's the thing, and I got in a conversation with a few people actually this week about this shit, man. One dude, he asked on Facebook, well, which one should he get, a DS or a Switch? I told him a DS, because like with the Switch, like I'm just let down. The Switch just let me down so bad. It let me down so bad that I just don't have any faith in anything in the future for it, man. Honestly, I was just let down pretty fucking bad by the overall, like when it comes, even like if you want to play online, it's just terrible because it lags like crazy. You know, it depends, because it's like whoever has the worst internet, that's whose internet y'all using pretty much. It's just a pain in the fucking ass, man. It really is. You heard about the Fresh and Fit drama? No, I don't know anything about. No, I don't really go into. I don't go into a lot of other people's shit. Even though I stumbled on this right before I start this, I stumbled on this. It's the the PewDiePie guy. He was watching this guy trying to approach a girl, and like shit like that pisses me off because it's like it. Before I'm gonna just go on this rant before I start that, man. Shit like that, like it always pisses me off how they always put like a guy to go approach a girl, and like it's always that for like see women love when the world sexism. Because this is gonna be a long rant, man. Women love anything as long as it's a benefit for them. Women love sexism when it works out for them. Meaning, like, okay, when I watched that video, and of course the guy, he's like fucking up, trying to talk to the bitch, and and he's not giving up, he's trying, and she's like, oh well, I'm being paid to sit here and have you talk to me. See, bitches love when they don't have to be the ones to go out and initiate shit. Bitches love when they don't have to go out and get dirty. They have to go out and create shit. They have to go out and initiate anything of fucking value. Bitches love when they can just sit back and watch you go out there and fuck it up. And then, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is why I made my channel, man. On the flip side, okay, why don't they have women going around trying to approach men and shit? See, nobody ever asked the question, like, is woman fucked up, how she's fucked up, why she's fucked up. Perfect example, and my dad actually brought this up in a conversation about a month ago. He said, look at Halle Berry. She can't keep a man. She one of the prettiest women ever in acting. If you talk about the prettiest women in acting, she's gonna be on the top 10. And she can't keep a man. Dude, see, here's the thing. Women love when they can they love when they can find comfort, right? In getting an easier way through life because they're a woman. But the second they can find a negative part of it, then they just want to focus on negative. Let's focus on the whole picture. Okay. Whenever a guy, especially if he's of any value, does anything, there is always going to be a group of women trying to tear him down, destroy him, make fun of him, laugh at him, call him this, that, and the third. Call him all types of names. That's just what bitches do, man. But this shit is it's infuriating when you see dudes like PewDiePie go in there and watch it and laugh at this shit and just fuel that shit. And bitches love it. Bitches love whenever they can find a way to like make fun of a man, tear down a man, they love that shit, dude. And then here's the part. Here's the kicker. They love when other men stand up and be that white knight, all this shit, blah, blah, for bitches, just to do the fighting for them. Another perfect example. Me and my girl's watching The Office. I got her watching The Office, right? And I showed her the character of Pam. Now, I don't know if anybody watched me back then, but I covered bits and pieces of The Office when I first learned how to use OBS and actually, put other video in this so I can like review it. And I covered Pam, right? And my girl, she finished the sentences before I was saying it, but I could say she hadn't watched my older videos. She hasn't seen them, but she was going on all because I said I told her, look at Pam, watch what Pam does. Like it was like the second episode or some shit like that. Pam was this little dainty little girl, and she had this boyfriend, Roy, right? And every time Roy would come around, he'd be mad and pissed off, and come walk in the room. Hey Pam, we gotta go get lunch, blah blah blah. And Jim, the new guy in the office, was trying to fuck Pam, right? That's just what it is. Here's the thing: Pam knows it. Jim, the character Jim, he think he's gonna be the one who like beats the system, and she don't know yet, or does she kind of know? And all Pam knows exactly. Pam knows you want to fuck her face. All right, the Pams in the world knows that the Jim wants to fuck her faces. So at this point, what Pam does is she doesn't want to have to actually break up with Roy, right? The evil, like the actual boyfriend. She doesn't want to actually have to do that. Because why? Because that's actually doing some dirty work, right? So if she has the option, she's gonna use Jim to fight Roy to get Roy out of there, and then Jim will stay. This is the shit that bitches. And like I said, I told my girl watch, and she seen it, and she knew exactly what Pam was doing. Pam knew exactly what. See, this is the shit that bitches hate. See, if I bring this shit up, now all of a sudden I'm evil in the world. All of a sudden I'm evil. And I told my girl this shit, man. Like, cause my girl is close friends with this real famous dude out here, right? Cause she used to sing and shit. So she's real close friends with him. And he's getting into a situation with his baby mama right now. And she showed me like everything that happened between them, right? And I told him, hey, I told her, I said, hey, well, tell him he can talk to me if he wants to. His English maybe ain't that good, but he can talk to me if he wants to. But my girl, she already know where I'm gonna go with it. When men end up in any altercation with a woman in the world, right? As a man, when you end up in any altercation with a woman in the world, no matter where you are, right? Oh, and this is what I always push. Your best option is to shut the fuck up, ignore her, and just leave. You always have to, because here's why. And I had to explain this to my girl last night because I was drinking last night. And I explained it to her like in depth why this is. And I told even with her, like I have to keep a part of me that can just shut down and walk away from her if she starts tripping. Because this is why. Let's say, because usually the bitch is going to do something stupid. That's just what women do. That's just their nature. They can't help it. They going to do something stupid, right? And it's going to infuriate you, right? But here's the thing. See, man is automatically a villain. All right? You, as a man, you are, if anything goes down, society immediately wants to see you as the villain. You're the aggressor. You're the sexual harasser. You're the pervert. You're angry. You're violent. You're all this. This is immediate. Society wants to see. They already assign that, and they assign woman to being innocent, hurt fucking angel. Somebody did something to her, so that's why she's fucked up and all this. That's just how it is. So here's the thing. When you end up in an argument with a bitch, right, and you get the raise in your voice or anything, boom, confirmed. He's evil. He's violent. I knew it. And this is what I want to tell him. Dude, shut the fuck up. Walk away. Because he got her pregnant and she had a kid. All right, look, dude, shut the fuck. Your best. I hope I get a chance to talk to him. He's like 30. I hope I get a chance because I want to tell you, look, dude, that's just a worldwide thing. When she starts tripping, don't get angry. Don't get if you can help it. Now, they might catch you off guard. You might just slip into it, because you just, it's you just in the moment. But I'm telling you, dude, when you deal with bitches, man, do not start. If you can help it, just shut the fuck down. Walk away, man. Just shut. Yeah, I'm gonna post Instagram soon too. I've been meaning to for a while now. But yeah, man, because society wants to see man as this, like, all the woman has to say is you're violent or you're controlling or you're sexually aggressive or something, and society will automatically take her side, dude. Automatically, no question. And here's the thing, bitches know it. That's the fun. Here's the deeper side of this: bitches know it, and they know that there's always going to be a beta blue pill simp who's going to blindly follow her. Blindly with no go back. Okay, you don't believe me? Go. The Simpsons had an episode like this where Homer here ripped this candy off this feminist butt, but the feminist thought he was touching her ass, right? And so they had this whole skit where they was going on TV, and then they framed Homer as just like this sexual harasser and all this stuff. And like the world does, woman is automatically the innocent victim, and man is immediately this violent, crazy killer. I forget what the name of the episode is, but it's an old Simpsons episode where Homer he seen this girl got out of his car and he tried to get the candy off her ass, but the girl thought he was touching her ass and told everybody that he tried to like sexually abuse her and all stuff in the car and all this shit like that. And then and while they was going in these TV skits about how she was a victim, like one group of women, they were like, Oh my God, I've never met Homer Simpson. I've never heard him. I don't even know who he is, but I'm afraid for my life now. And then it skipped to another scene, and then like it was a woman talk show host going on about your tears say more than any evidence ever could. Like it's just like little jokes like that. Like the motherfuckers knew it on The Simpsons in the mid '90s, son. This shit ain't nothing new. It's worse now. I'd say that it's worse, but it's definitely nothing new. But yeah, I'm gonna sell on Instagram. Let me start this. Make sure it ain't gonna lag and skip and shit. You gonna fire this Mario up one last time to make sure the settings are right, and then I'll start like an actual fucking game on here. I'm watching myself right here to make sure it's not lagging. Looks pretty good so far. Yo, how Oh, I can't do that. Okay. AD, how was your... Good evening, AD. How was your weekend? Oh, I was cool. Thanks for asking, Logically Felicious, man. How was yours, man? I was chilling. I forgot. I don't remember what I do from one day to the next anymore, man. That's how you could tell you really getting old for real. Like I can't remember shit. Oh, let me move this laptop. This TV there, because I can't. Oh, that's right. I still gotta fix the dimensions on my TV, so you guys can see actually more of the screen than I can. I gotta fix this shit. Hey, yo, coronavirus is like fucking... It's fucking people up. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? Yo, how am I supposed to get that? Oh, shit. There we go. We out of here, B. Oh, no, I gotta get... Yo, how am I gonna get that? Oh, I think... How am I gonna get that up there? Yo, how the fuck? Because I gotta get out that pipe on the top right. How the fuck? I gotta get the PAL, because I can't... Hold on. I'm trying to get out of here so I can show y'all what I'm... See, because hold on. Because okay, I gotta have the PAL. So that way I can actually finish that fucking thing going up and down. But I can't get out of here this way. Ain't nothing over... There's nothing over here. Yo, how the fuck do I get over here? Because I can't... Hang on. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, there's a reset. So some kind of way I got it, but even if I get it up there... This might be out of my pay grade for Mario. This is out of my league. I don't know. Watch it be something super simple and I'm just overlooking it too. Because even if I get this... I'm soft locked. For real, I can't get out. I'm soft locked. I'm gonna fuck this shit. I don't know how to do it anyway. Keep that. The trampoline. Yeah, the trampoline. Oh, yeah, man. But you know what? That COVID shit is fucking up people again. Because see, Prague is one of them places where a lot of motherfuckers come, you know, to work abroad. And like last year, we lost, like, you know, when shit gets... When these lockdowns happen, motherfuckers start losing their jobs and be out of here. So it's a lot of people selling used shit again. Oh, baby. Come on. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
I tried to skedaddle. Didn't work. I love watching them Pangea and Ryu card. Them motherfuckers would be like, to complete it. Them motherfuckers be flying. I don't know how they got that good, man. Ryukar and Pangea. What's the other dude's name? Carl Sagan. Them motherfuckers be flying. Them motherfuckers. It goes some finished. Carl Sagan been done by now. I'm sitting over here, my dumb ass, trying to get hit by one piranha plant and shit. Carl Sagan have been out of this bitch already. Oh, shit. Can't get up there? Okay. I hate these motherfuckers, man. 'Cause they always shake me. Something tell me I should run and jump off to the left, for real. I ain't gonna do it. Fighting it, for it, that was all. Here we are. Oh, shit. Hope I didn't miss a coin. Oh, man, I hate this shit, too. Yo, throw it! Oh, I gotta start all the way back over. Oh, okay. I gotta get those too. Bow! I wonder if there's anything down here. I know I'm gonna regret doing this. Did I already come down here? I can't remember. Oh! This motherfucking tube. I don't need no mushroom. How'd I fuck that up last time? I don't even remember. Ha! Got him. This is the last stream you doing. This is the last Mario stream, shebang. Because I think I figured out the kinks on why it wasn't, on why it was like fucking up. Is this normal or is this expert? Oh, this is probably expert. No, I don't know what this is. I can't tell. 90% of the time, what did your current girlfriend do for you to do for? Okay, oh, okay, Thomas. What did Steven Smith? How's it going, man? Well, in the beginning, I actually tried to get rid of her. Honestly, I said something gangster to her after one night. We was like, this is in the beginning. And what? Well, the first time she did something where I was like, where it was like, okay, we can probably like coexist for real. And by coexist, I mean like, you know, you can actively sit down around her and she knows, see, because she knows how to just sit down and just exist, which is harder than a lot of people think it is with somebody you don't know. Okay, well, for some people. I remember the first time, I don't remember how long it was when he was dating when she did it, but I remember the first time she cooked. And I was sitting out here playing the PlayStation, and she came over and she brought a bunch of food. Because we're in Europe, man, you don't got to drive like that. So she had a backpack on and brought a bunch of food from the grocery store. And she wanted to go cook. And me being from America, I was immediately like, oh, like in my mind, I was like, oh, well, do I got to do something now and all this shit like that? But she just went in the kitchen and just started cooking. And I just sat out here and just played the PlayStation to myself. And it wasn't no complaining or nothing. And she was just happy. She was comfortable to just be in there like alone and just cook, right? And it's a funny story. I remember when I first was like able to at least like relax, because usually when I'm around other people, it's hard for me to fall asleep. But I would just like but when she would come over after a while, like I would just fall asleep and I even remember falling asleep. Like, and that never happens when I'm around you. Especially when I'm around somebody I don't really know fully. I can't, like, I have to force myself to go to sleep type of shit. So I legit thought she was like poisoning my food, and we still joke about that shit now. But here's the thing, but my anxiety, I still struggle with anxiety a little bit, but my anxiety was like real bad. And so like I started panicking because I had a different car back then. I had that Mazda back then. And I remember like just panicking, like not knowing if I was gonna fall asleep while I was driving. You know, because I never fall asleep like that to where like I was never the type of person who just wakes up and don't even remember falling asleep type of shit. I was never that type. I usually gotta like, you know, trick myself into going to sleep, especially when I'm around somebody else. But yeah, no, when I was able to tolerate, yo from Panama, how's it going, man? Yeah, when I was able to tolerate her, that was really it, because like she was okay with just existing. And see, here's the thing. Most women that you don't come across in your life are not going to be interesting, right? It's just the brutal reality of what women are. Most women in your life that you're going to come across are just not going to be interesting people, right? There's nothing of interest. So most women have to just rely on you to just pick up and do everything in a relationship and do anything just because she's pretty, right? Just because you want to fuck her, right? For whatever you're into in that woman, like she like, dude. And here's the thing, like, they know it. They talk with their aunts, their older sisters, their female friends. They know this is what they sit around, just wait for you to, but they will do that. So I remember after we had been dating for a while, me and my girl got to talking, and she says how she at first she tried to play games with me, but they just didn't work. So she gave up on them. But no, her strength is that she knows how to just sit down and just exist. Like, she knows she knows how to sit down and exist, but also she'll, like, you know, she cooks and cleans and irons and shit like that. Like, all my fucking shit is ironed right now in the other room. Like, she knows, like, it doesn't bother her to do it. You see what I'm saying? Whereas, like, if you was in the U.S., bitches, oh man, if American women will literally burn water, dude. Like, you don't even want to try. I wouldn't even trust. There has been a few women in my life in America who could genuinely, you know, I would trust with something I gotta put in my body. But dating most women in the U.S., like, and honestly, there's nothing more disgusting than a woman who doesn't like to cook, to me, which is weird because my mom didn't like to cook, but she cooked. My dad tells me those stories too. He tells me that she hated cooking, but she cooked all the time. But she only did it because it was, you know, because it was me and him there. But she hated cooking. She didn't hide it, but she did it. But yeah, one thing that's just disgusting to me. Like, if a woman doesn't cook, at that point, I'd rather just buy a prostitute, dude. Like, if a woman's not gonna cook, or if she has like an aversion to it to where like she just won't cook, like, I would just rather buy a prostitute at that point. Because with me and my girl now, see, with the thing is, like, we eat so well because we both know how to cook that we're eating better than fucking Donald Trump. All right, we eating better shit. We eating better food because we both know how to cook and we know what we're doing. You know, when we're cooking. And I taught her about the crock pot. She taught me how to, you know, about because she does plants and shit. So we just threw out a bunch of plants because they dying because it's wintertime. And plus, I'm dumb as fuck and probably did something stupid to them. But she taught, so you know, we introduced each other to, like, you know, what we know and what she knows, and we mix this shit together. And, you know, like, if she didn't know you can mix stuff with scrambled eggs, like beef and shit like that. Well, she never tried it. So, like, it's just that thing, like, we introduced, we truly, like, it's one of them things, like, we really educate the other one on something. You see what I'm saying? And end up better. Like, but again, okay, like, within your relationship, with every relationship, dude, like, there's gonna be a good and bad, you know, there's gonna be a downside to every relationship you're in. So, like, for example, like, so a bad side is, like, my girl's not really, she's not like white collar at all. I don't say not white. She's feminine. She's very feminine. She doesn't do sports or anything like that. But on the others, like she doesn't really, she didn't go to university or anything. So, like, there's that whole side of that world, you know, that can cause issues. Or, like, when it comes to, like, you know, like deeper, intricate thinking and to figure something out, like, she just don't got it, dude. Like, well, most women don't, but she just don't got it. All right. But on the flip side, like, a woman who doesn't cook, you know, if she's like a businesswoman, well, she can, you know, she can pick up in that area of life. She'll know how to, you know, assign the apps to figure out what you want to do and this and that, and, you know, but she won't cook. You know what I'm saying? There's ups and downs. Nobody's gonna be perfect. It's very rare you're gonna find somebody who's perfect. 80s browser history. Can plants survive on salt water? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Julia, my thing with plants was this, man. If they just get some sunlight and some water, and then they was fine. but you can't do okay. Like for example, I got this. I don't want to bring it in here, but okay, I got these aloe. She brought these aloe plants over, and yo, I thought I was gonna love aloe, right? No, like real aloe, it smells like fucking rotten chicken. She loved it. She like cut it and skinned it and put it in a shake, and she was like, I took one sip of that shit, like, ooh. That was the only thing that she ever. It was well, yeah, that was the only thing. There was two things that she made that I just didn't like, and it's not because how she made it. It was more because I just don't like that ingredient. The one thing was the aloe. The aloe. I got 2 aloe plants in there. And aloes are like cactuses. You can't water them a lot. You got to water them maybe once a month, some shit like that, because they just all water on the inside. So if you water them too much, you're gonna kill them. Another thing that she cooked was pea soup, which is funny because I talk about peeing on bitches and shit, but legit, like for real, like pea soup. She made pea soup, and I just don't like. I've only had one pea soup that I can eat, and I just don't like peas. I usually don't like carrots, but she can cook carrots where I can eat them. But cause she cooked, it's some soup in there right now. I would bring it, but it'd be hard to show it in the, a bowl of soup in the fucking camera. She made some soup. We got soup and some chicken that she cooked. But yeah, pea soup and aloe. Those are the 2 things that she made that I just couldn't eat. Everything else, I could minimum everything else she makes is really, and I'm sure the pea soup is probably really good if you like peas. I don't like peas, so it's not good to me. That was the only thing I actually like. I remember I threw it out in the toilet, and I didn't want to tell her that I threw it out because she made a lot of it. I just couldn't eat it. I tried to force it. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, man. Can you find wings? Mo says, can you find wings and mac and cheese over there? Here's the thing, Mo. Wings, yeah, chicken wings. That's become a universal thing. Like finding a burger, wings is a universal. But here's the thing, mac and cheese. My thing is this, man. Mac and cheese. I thought macaroni and cheese was Italian, just because it's pasta with cheese on it. But them motherfuckers don't really eat that. Like Thanksgiving, we get mac and cheese. They don't do it over here either. They don't do that macaroni and cheese like that over here. Like you'll find like potato salads and shit like that over here, but they don't do macaroni and cheese. You can find it in a store, but it's usually going to be in like a store like Iceland or something like that. Like those stores that are really made for people from the UK and Americans. You'll find, or like ranch dressing. They don't do ranch dressing over here. You got to go find motherfuckers who you got to find like a specialty store for shit like that. Oh, Thomas, that's what I saw. She don't want. Well, I didn't want her to go on the show for one, and then she don't want to do it. She also doesn't want to do it because she used to do the professional singing shit, and she just doesn't like being on cameras anymore. Like she just, and I get it. But here's the thing, like all her friends are like, are either acting, because I came across a movie one of her friends was in. There's a popular Czech movie, and one of her friends was this girl. She works with her now. Like she's all in that art world. So she did professional singing. So if you're Czech, you heard something that she did. All right, on radio, or you probably seen a commercial or something. You seen her, you just didn't know you seen her type of shit, right? But here's the thing, like, and I get it, like she like. I guess you just don't like, for people who've had that exposure, like legitimately, like they really don't be on cameras like that, They really, and I guess so. We came to the agreement. We just, I just won't put you on or anything like that. Because at first I didn't want to do it because I always figured like it would be like some fucking weirdo dude who would like try to hit her up and show dick pics or something like that. You never know who's gonna try what, when type of thing. But then we talked about it, and she had the history of doing all this, so she's over it. One of her friends she works with now, I think she pretty much kind of quit doing it too. She'll still take an odd job here and there just to do it, but she's pretty much over. And then the weird part was I ended up moving in on this street where actors live, or they travel through here, because I live in Berlendorf, and it's like all that TV. So for those of you who are Czech, if somebody's watching who's Czech, where Berlendorf is, Prague 5, and it's a TV studio up the fucking street. So That was the crazy part, you know, because my girl did all that shit, and I ended up, you know, moving into a place before I met her where all the actors live anyway. 20 times cheaper to make it yourself. Ranch dressing? I'm sure it is. I'm sure ranch. I'm sure it's like literally nothing to it than just, you know, you just gotta know the right ingredient. Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing to it. Is it any restaurant or food you miss from Ohio? Here's the thing, man. It's always hard it's hard to think about that till I just get a taste for something and I wake up somewhere and then I gotta remember what country I'm in and where I was when I had that thing. Cause I still be wanting empanadas. For those of y'all in South America, empanadas, I still be wanting a beef empanada. Can't find that out, y'all. Well, you probably could, but you're gonna pay a lot more for it. But the empanadas down in Argentina be about a little less than $1 a piece. And be deliciosa. But what do I miss from Ohio? I mean, as far as food goes, well, I miss Chick-fil-A. I miss Chick-fil-A. It's expensive, but I miss it. That's one of those things, like I said, I just gotta think when you get that urge to eat something and you just kind of like remember, like, what's that? Like, oh, I miss Vienna sausages. I tell my girl, she don't know what those are. But Vienna sausages, I love Vienna sausages. Like, I love cheap food, man. But the thing is, cheap food just fucks my stomach up so bad. But if I could I would just eat Vienna sausages. That's one. Creamy chicken ramen noodles. Fucking love creamy chicken ramen. Creamy chicken ramen noodles are just like the best. You just can't beat that. Creamy chicken ramen, by far my favorite. Like, if I could, I would just eat that shit all day. If there was a Kentucky Fried Chicken down the street, fucking creamy chicken ramen noodles. I love mackerel too. I love mackerel. What the hell is this? Yeah, I got no idea what I'm supposed to do now. Is this like find a hidden block bullshit? Okay. But creamy chicken. If I had to name one, it'd be creamy chicken, man. I love creamy chicken ramen noodles. I love creamy chicken ramen noodles. Oh, I love McDonald's chicken nuggets too, for real. Creamy chicken ramen noodles, McDonald's chicken nuggets to get you a 20-pack. Oh shit, hang on. Get you a 20-pack of them and be good. What am I doing? Okay. See, it's just blind fall shit. There was no way I could even known that was over there till it was too late. What's up, easy peasy? Bratwurst? Oh yeah. Wait, what's that? Or did I pronounce that right? Oh, shit. I fucked that up. Oh, fuck. This is just annoying. I don't want to do that. No, Julian, no. It's Vienna sausages. I thought Vienna had something to do with like Vienna, but no, it ain't got nothing to do with that shit. It's just the name of it. As far as I know. Oh, well, you know, just twerk on that bitch. Oh, it's a time limit like that? I'm over here taking my time and shit. Come on, baby. Yeah, after this, I'm gonna play something more, you know. Like I said, I think I figured out the kinks of. Oh shit, I'm tripping. What's this? Oh my god. Am I gonna make this? 30 seconds. Yo, that's not what I... Watch it be like a bunch of coins at the end just waiting on me too. Oh, it's right here. Well, I wasn't gonna make that. Holla back! But y'all love Vienna sausages, man. I used to boil them. Couldn't you get those imported? Man, with that oh, I hate this fucking shit too. This wind is blowing. Oh, talk about imported. Well, to answer your question about that, you could. Thanks for the follow. Was that a Bowser back there? Did I fuck that up? No, it's a Bowser up here. Oh, that's that little. Can I jump on him? Oh yeah, I can jump on him. I'm tripping. Bop! Got him. Yo, what? I need a key. Man, see, ain't nobody getting ready to do this silly shit. Ain't no, ain't no kid. I'm waiting on my dad to send me my an old video card I had in the US. And it's supposedly what am I doing? Yo! I'm waiting on my dad to send Europe is weird with that shit, man. Like Europe has its pluses, but it also has a lot of fucking negatives, man. Like any place, man. Like no place is gonna be perfect. Hold on, let me figure this goofy shit out. Man, ain't nobody on that shit either. we gonna cut this short. But importing shit to Europe, because Europe is just a weird place, man.
Oh no!
Europe is a weird place with that shit, and it's because it's united, but it's very separated at the same time. And like, I just don't see them ever really. Yo, why do...
Oh no!
This is like little asshole shit they do, man. Like, for real.
Oh no!
Import fees. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me touch on that because yeah, man, Europe is crazy with that import and shit because Europe is very united but also very separated. And that, yeah, man, that's and you in East. It sounds like you in Eastern Europe, Julia. Eastern, man. That's how Europe be doing their own motherfuckers in Europe is gangster. Like, but y'all know what's even more funny? I find this shit funny. This is just a little thing I find funny. Like where I come from in America, man, or just Americans in general, because Americans, we rarely, like, you can look up the stats. I think like 70% of Americans never even get a passport, which is unheard of in the rest of the world. But in America, we Americans just don't leave. So when Americans hear that a 20-year-old guy is asking a question about his 16-year-old girlfriend, Americans immediately run to that thing of like, oh, he's fucking an underage girl, he should go to prison, blah, blah. And like, it is so hard to educate Americans on, like, I think Italy's like legal age of like consent was like 15 for the longest time. Like, Americans, their brains can't handle it because they want to imagine Europe to be this like this, you know, Mount Olympus place that's like America, but like the gods kind of thing. Like, Americans, they just don't know how to handle that simple knowledge. So when it gets to shit like, when I hear, because I mean, I'm not into 16, I'm not into girls that young. But I mean, for dudes who are, like, this is why, like wasn't R. Kelly fucking with some 16-year-old bitch or something like that? I think R. Kelly was fucking around with some 16-year-old bitches. Like, my thing is this, like, why didn't he just go to fucking Germany or fucking, you know, Italy or you know, one of them countries where it's legal to do that? Like, why did he do that in North America? Like, you go get in trouble there. Like, it's just not, that, if you want to go out and fuck 16, 17-year-old bitches, like, just, I remember when some 16-year-old bitches came and hit on me. This is when I was living out in Vysočan. It was at Prague 6. This is when I first came out here. And I was carrying a bottle of absinthe. That absinthe is the liquor. Absinthe is the alcohol that they sell to tourists that don't know that absinthe is like literally the worst alcohol on earth, and nobody who knows what it is drinks it. So they sell it to tourists, and I fell for that shit. I had a bottle of absinthe, and these two, they was cute. They was probably about 16, 17. And they came up and started talking to me, and they was trying to, you know, and speaking English. So you could tell they were excited because they were speaking English, trying to figure out where I was living and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, like, man, Chris Hansen is gonna pop out the fucking subway station. Like, why don't you come down and take a seat right here? like I am not gonna. I mean, but even then, like, I just wasn't. Like, they was just too young, man. Honestly, they was just too young. But I didn't even want to keep talking to them. Like, because I think one of them finally said they was like 17 or something like that. So, like, and then I just didn't want to talk to him anyway. But it was also that thing, like, I was afraid to even talk to him because I just felt like somebody was waiting, you know. Because I said America is built on predator shit. Like, police. Like, that's another thing. Dealing with police in America versus dealing with police in Europe is like, or really just police in pretty much, I say Europe or South America. My experience with down there too. In America, police are predatory, man. Like, that is straight, American police is straight predator shit. Like, they will sit and hide in fucking bushes to see if you going 8 miles per hour over the speed limit type of shit. They don't do that shit out here, man. If anything, motherfuckers tell you like, yo, just get on the highway. Ain't no cops out there. They don't even do that shit on the highway. It's from what I seen out here. Them motherfuckers don't just sit. America, them motherfuckers will just, like, America is very predatory, man. For real. And here's the thing, trying to tell people there who've never left, it's hard, because, like, it's all they know, man. It's all they, so trying to educate them that, you know, no, there's different shit in the world don't do that. Like, that's actually abnormal. Like, they just can't take it. They, like, if anything, a lot of times, they'd rather just get mad at you because you experienced something that they haven't, and they'd rather just go ahead and just get mad at you type of shit. It really is a weird. That is a weird. Did this motherfucker come out? I don't want him popping back out on me again. Oh man, this bullshit. He didn't even touch me.
Oh no!
For real. Okay, he don't come out, so he'll come back out on me when I'm in there. Yeah, that light started starting to get really dark there. Like the Hulk. What did you say to the Hulk when he gets tired in the movie? The sun's getting real low. Can't go that way. Yo! Is this the end? Watch this not even be the end. Oh, get in there. Oh, what if I die right there? what if I had to die right there? That'd have been fucked up. I did all that. And died since I came out to fight. That'd have been a rage quit. Let me read the comments. I ain't trying to wait. Hold on, let me go back up. You gonna play? Yeah, I'm gonna play a different game. Probably either tomorrow or next week. I'll probably do at least Gran Turismo or something that I already know how to play. Because I was thinking about streaming an XCloud, one of these XCloud games. Like I probably like what's that? Gears of War. Because I ain't played a Gears of War in a long time. Because I got XCloud, but it be lagging sometimes. But it make for good content, just to throw something up and hang out and shit like that. But it's a bunch of games at xCloud, so maybe that'll be a trial run for you guys to check out xCloud to see, what it is and the reality of it. Like some days you play a game on xCloud and it's like seamless. Like it's like you have the power of an Xbox One Series X in a fucking 10-year-old cell phone type of shit because you just streaming it. But then other times it's like it just be lagging so much it's just unplayable. I mean, I don't think some games get unplayable. Like you couldn't do a race. And like Forza with that, with the skipping like that. Because what it'll skip and then just wake up and you be like, like the game kept taking place and it even skip a little further ahead and you just wake up in the middle of a fucking bush type of shit. So you can't do races. But a game like Gears of War, like for that little skip, you can probably work around it in games like that. In Gears of War, some shit like that. I was playing my friend Pedro. I had a lot of fun playing that actually. My buddy Pedro with a little banana on it. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing that. I played that for hours actually. And it's always the games you don't think you're gonna like. Those are the ones you be like you fuck around and get addicted to. And the ones you think you're gonna like, you be like, oh, that ain't really shit. But Forza Horizon 5 is pretty cool though. Import, yeah, Julian said, yo, import fees from the U.S. to anywhere in Eastern Europe, yeah. Because, yeah, Julian, see, a part of that, man, is because, see, Europe's thing is this, man. Like, okay, at least in the EU. Because I heard stories about going to the doctor, and, like, in Ukraine, like, you really don't want to go to the doctor out there type of shit, or motherfuckers just don't got money to go to the doctor out there. In the EU's thing is more, from what I understand of it, is more, if anything, is more geared towards having a healthy life. You ain't gonna be, dressing in the sexiest clothes or nothing like that off the bat, but right off the bat, you're gonna have a relatively more, compared to the US, you have a much more healthier life. Now, when you want to get any extra shit, like you trying to get anything extra, that's where you're gonna have to start coming up with some ducats. You know what I'm saying? But like, in the US, it's the other way around. In the US, you can fuck around and find, well, at least back when I was there, you could fuck around and find a deal to get you an iPhone for free or for $200 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you get you some clothes on sale. You could always find you something on sale, or somebody selling something, or somebody giving something expensive away for next to nothing. You can get lucky and find that. But in America, like, healthcare is where you're gonna be fucked up. Hey, good luck, motherfucker. You good luck. You gotta you gotta sneeze. Well, hope the best for you. Like I said a while back, when I went to the hospital here, man, in Prague. I went to the hospital. I had the consultation, the ultrasound, the CT scan, and blood and piss work done for a total of $70 with no insurance. Like, because my insurance card wasn't working, so I had to pay out of pocket. And then I got reimbursed that $70 after that, because I had health insurance. Well, I got the military health insurance, but that don't cover it here. So I had this VZP insurance, so I just quit paying that shit because if I go to the hospital and pay out of pocket $70 for 4 tests to be done and a consultation, I just take my chances and just pay out of pocket. I ain't buying no insurance. At that point, I'd rather just I'm sick. Well, I got some ducats. I just go, what y'all want, about $80? Okay, that ain't nothing. But they be like, $80 for health, because you know what I'm saying, they Europeans, that health is number one, and so when you gotta pay some fees, they be like, oh my god, like, yo, I give you a tip. You want some pizza? you want you want some Vienna sausages, bruh? I believe for real. I remember I went to foreign police. I left for a tip. Because I remember when I got divorced, I didn't go to foreign. Because, okay, here's the thing. When you get divorced, you're supposed to go to foreign police. You're supposed to go to foreign police and tell them your status, like, with anything that changed. And I never went. So I waited like a year to go. And they said, oh, well, we got to fine you like, 1,500 Czech crowns. That's like $70 maybe. 1,500 Czech crowns. I was like, what? Like, I'm expecting to get. I was expecting to get banned from the country, because in America you fuck some shit up like that in America, you gonna get taxed. Okay, in America a fucking parking ticket in America will be $100-something. All right, out here, like, these fees I hear be like nothing, dude. Like, I was like, yo, here, I pay for your lunch. I'm not mad at you. Like, this is a deal for me. Chris Hansen has entered the chat. I'm trying to tell my friends. Oh, make sure this ain't a speed run. Yo, that's some bullshit right there. Nope. I'm trying to tell my friends in the States this. I seldom see police in Germany. The States have military style police departments. What? Dark Rebel? Yeah. Oh, I know I ain't getting ready to do this. Yeah, I fucked that up already. In the States, man, like, it's just that glorification of military and anything that has to do with the military. It's that blind fucking. It's damn near the same blue pill simp shit as dealing with the bitches in the U.S. with the military, man. Like, it really is. It's really about the same shit. Oh, I'm fucking up. I'm talking too much. It's about I say it's probably about the same shit. Here's the thing: people in the military like they know it's bullshit too, but they just because the people are so blue pilled in it that telling them anything is gonna blow that whole illusion. Damn, that's hard.
No.
So if you try to tell them, anything that they don't all want to already believe, it's shattering that illusion. So you must be evil. You see, like if okay. For example, I told my girl, because I think, what was it? Veterans Day just passed, I think, in the U.S., right? And I was telling my girl how, like, well, okay, this is what we do on Veterans Day. If you're a veteran in the U.S., what you do is you go online and you Google all the restaurants that's giving out free food to veterans, and you just get in your car and you just drive to all the restaurants and get all the free food, and even come back and hit one up like later on in the daytime when they switch shifts, right? and your car be filled with just like takeout boxes of free food that day, right? And then that's just the benefit of food. I don't even know what other benefits is out there for that, but that's the only one I really cared about. And you want to know what? When I would always bump into the same other old dudes doing the same shit. Like we see each other every Veterans Day. We see each other, and we go, "Yep, we pack it up." Because like I say, man, because like it's the same thing as dealing with bitches in the U.S. Like, or dealing with dudes who want to glorify bitches. It's the same shit. Like they want to be told something. So it's like, well, okay, I can try to tell you, but if I try to tell you, more times than not, they going to try to turn me into this evil bad guy because I'm telling them something that they don't want to hear. Look, most veterans don't give a fuck about Veterans Day. Let's just be fucking honest about it. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. I mean, every now and then you got a dude who just, like, he's like die-hard military fucking Lieutenant Dan type shit. Every now and then you come across a motherfucker like that, but for the most part, motherfuckers don't care about that shit. But people think, that blind blue pill part of society wants to just hop on that shit, and they just die hard believe into that shit. So you just let them believe it. I remember one time I was sitting in a bar. I was sitting in the BW3s in Franklin, Ohio, I think it was. It was way out the way. I just decided to drive, off the path and go somewhere different. And it was one of them areas, it was one of those areas. It was a mostly white area, right? Like it was mostly like not. It wasn't a city. It was, if anything, the motherfuckers might talk a little country type of shit in there, right? And I was sitting in there with a MacBook that when my aunt died, they gave me her shit, and I was in there trying to figure it out. And I get to talking to this older couple, and it's some kind of way we got a topic of immigrants and shit. And we got to talk about the military. And I said, and I was drinking. We always drink. I said, "Oh yeah, poverty draft." And then the dude's wife, she goes, "What'd you say?" I said, "Oh yeah, the poverty draft." And she goes, "Oh, I see why you say that." She completely got it, like pretty much right away. But the man, he doesn't want to hear that. So he wants, he's like fighting. I was like, well, here's my DD-214. I actually signed up for the Marines while you sit at home fucking watching this shit on television. So I actually have the right to actually sit up and be able to talk about it. Which I wouldn't even say I got the right to talk about it, but I got more right than he does, right? But like the guys, the men, the hardest, like the men don't want to hear a different perspective, right? And then men are always the hardest to get through to. And here's the thing, women know it, but here's the thing, women will just sit back and just wait for the right moment to, to intervene and manipulate the area, to manipulate it so, they'll get what they want in the end type of shit, right? It's that type of thing, man. It's really... But yeah, the U.S.'s view on military shit, like, it's the same thing as blue pill beta chumps, man. Honestly, now don't get me wrong, you need militaries, because that's just that basic human thing of whoever's the biggest and strongest gets to run shit, or seek the consequences later from them type of shit if you don't comply. That's just the reality. So I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody has to be thankful in some way for their military, whatever military they got. Because if it wasn't for the military, you just a bunch of bitches walking around now. Let's just be fucking real about it. But at the other end of it, that blind worship for the shit, like that blind worship is fucking disgusting. And most dudes in the military tell you it's it's fucking disgusting. But people they don't want to cause any trouble, so they just let them go ahead and say whatever they want to say. It's probably going to be less people leaving the U.S. now because the virus. Oh yeah, yeah. It's happening here in Prague, man. People are starting to leave and go back home. And yeah, they actually yeah, I met a dude earlier today. They going back to Jersey. He's from Texas. Because that new Corona came out and they're doing that lockdown shit now. And fucking, let me make this screen bigger because I don't even feel like playing Mario. I just wanted to make sure it was gonna work. I don't even feel like playing that shit. But oh wait, let me put this so you can see. Yeah, let's do that so you can see the comments. And I'm like low key, like slightly hungover still too from yesterday. But yeah, man, that virus is coming back. Yeah, so a lot of that travel is getting ready to be out the door. It's honestly a buzzkill to see so many police around nightlife in the States. They are just waiting for the boys. They are just waiting for the boys to maybe put a finger on each other. Man, yeah. In the U.S. dark rebel, yeah, the police. It's just predatory shit out there, man. It's predatory / power shit. Like the U.S. and from what I understand, the U.K. is like similar. It's that power trip shit, man. It's just they're just predatory. Everywhere, pretty much everywhere else in the world you will go, it's known. I remember when I was in Argentina, it's known, like they made it clear, like don't tell people you was in the military, like they're not gonna look up to you for that down here, because people who do that shit, and pretty much in a lot of other places in the world, they immediately know that it's a poverty draft. Usually it's the people who they needed money or something like that. They needed something. They needed you can always go sign up for the military. As long as you're, decent physical shape and shit like that, and you're young enough, they'll always fuck with you. But it's just that thing, like it's known in the world. But it's like I said, the U.S. is just it's this weird glorification of the shit, man. It's just. Now bitches are gonna follow it because they know if they suck on the right dick, they gonna have free health insurance and shit for the rest of their life. So you always gonna have that population of American bitch who's once she hears you in the military, her whole tune is gonna change up. I still remember a friend of mine. I was sitting with him and his wife, and when the wife's girlfriends was there, and I sat down, and they was and the girlfriend was like being acting cold and all that shit until she heard that I was in the Marines, and she immediately changed her whole fucking tune up, dude. And here's the thing, and this is a deeper part. Women around the world know about that American men military shit, right? But on the flip side, here's where it kind of falls apart for American men. I was talking to the friend of mine about last week, the old friend of mine, the old female friend of mine that I had, and she tells me all the crazy stories, the guy she's fucked and all animals she's fucked. She'd tell me all the crazy stories, dude, all the crazy stories. She's fucking one of her friend's sons right now. She's 40. She's fucking one of her friend's sons. Well, she fucks her friend's son every Christmas. And you know the crazy part? Her friend asked her what was her son like in bed. Like, like it's just these little, but we talk about all types of shit, man. But she brings up oh my God, like the story she has are completely ridiculous. But she brought up a story how she's doing online dating. She hasn't come back to Prague in a while because coronavirus and a mixture of other things, but mostly coronavirus. She's scared to get coronavirus. She's like deathly afraid of it. And she's in online dating, and she always has it. She's always talking to at least 5 different guys at all times. And she and her friends, she'll tell me about her friends. Her friends they always got hundreds of dudes to just cycle through an online dating, right? Because somebody can always use extra pussy, so they're gonna have matches like crazy. So she was telling, her name's Kate, because there's a million Kates, so you're never gonna find out who she is. She told me how Kate said, she matched with this dude in Germany, a military guy in Germany, and he was going on about how he would give her a better life in I think he lived in like Missouri or some shit in the U.S. Right? But so it's like Czech Republic still kind of gets that silly view that the U.S. still kind of has that silly view that Czech Republic is like this poor country, and like you have a better quality of life here than you would in the U.S. if you want to be honest about it. The hard part is the language barrier, but everything else, like for most, you would always find a better quality of life here for what you're trying to do than you would in the U.S. But like it's just embarrassing when I hear that story of an American dude talking to like a Czech girl on with the pretext of I'll give you a better life type of shit. Cause no, because we laughed about it and she go because she has a kid with a dude from Oklahoma. She's a single mom. She got a kid with a dude from Oklahoma, and so she's been to the U.S. She goes like I already been to Oklahoma. I already know I already know what's there, and she rather just stay here. Type of shit. So that's always a little awkward. It's always funny. It's always it's embarrassing for me because like I remember what my view used to be on Czech Republic before I got here, and before I got like really in the mix type of shit, and I knew where to go and what to do. And then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, like you really would have a better overall quality of life for real over here. Like the hard part is just gonna be the hard part is gonna be the language barriers because most Americans just aren't used to that because most Americans just aren't used to different languages. So that's the hardest part for us. Yikes, that military guy need to visit a local brothel in Germany and get his mind straight. Yeah, with Dark Rebel, yeah, and the hard with the brothel shit, man. The hard part, like another hard part is like a lot of guys don't really understand the reality, because it's that brothel shit, man. Before I came to Czech Republic, my first thought of a brothel, the image that I had in my head was it was gonna be this just dark place with cigarette smoke everywhere, just filthy, condoms stuck on the wall, bitches like sleeping in a room that's covered with a curtain type of shit, sleeping on them little cots that you sleep on when you be a kid, and they just be fat and like, just awful lingerie. I was imagining just like all that shit. And when I went in there, I'm like, yo, this place is clean as fuck. like I didn't expect it to look like that. And on top of that, I wasn't expecting that quality of woman to be in there because they don't because like I said, I didn't know how it worked before I got here, and I made friends and I started to know people and talk to people how it works. So how it works is I mentioned it before. This is why I say all the time. Like one woman is nothing to be followed, man. Them girls they'll come from Turkey, Romania, Ukraine, whatever the fuck. And they'll fuck their way as much as they're trying to get further west. That's their whole directive. For the most part. North, you can say north too, because what's it, like Sweden shit up there? You can go north too. But north, N-O-R-F, north. But because there's a lot of money up there. But for the most part, you can bet that they're trying to head further west, right? And you'll get the cream. A lot of times you get the cream of the crop. Prague is like the cutoff point. Prague is the hub, right? Prague is where you're gonna find, rich people and poor people all intermingling together. It's almost like a New York City type of. It's almost like a New York City type of thing for the most part. Like rich and poor aren't terribly separated. Like one street over you have rich motherfuckers, and the next street over you have. It's not as intermixed as like parts in Buenos Aires where I went to, where it's like one street over you got like damn near poverty type shit, and the next street over it's not like that intermixed, but it's definitely closer to, I say like the quality of life here is like New York City, but not like the amount of people, definitely not the amount of people, but with the different cultures you're gonna come across, it's like New York City. But any advice on learning a new language as soon as possible? So you got to go to the country, man, and just do it. Because learning it from an app sitting in Colorado, I'm not saying you live in Colorado, but I mean you just entertain me. Learning from an app is just not going to do it, man. You got to go there. You got to just go to that country and take that crash. Try it. Don't get me wrong. Like, try it in the app, when you sitting at home, you just chilling in your crib. But go out. You got to go out. You got to go to that country, dude, and just get fucked up. Because here's the thing. When I was living to answer your question, my advice is just to go to the country. Look from hindsight. So my experience was this. When I first came to Czech Republic, of course, I think I tried learning a couple apps. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing in the apps. So I came here, I downloaded, I had Duolingo or some shit like that. I had that. It said I would sit at home and I'd try to learn Czech. But the thing is, you really can't learn Czech through an app. You will have like right now, I have a decent, I know a lot of words in Czech, but my grammar is fucking awful. So And on top of that, I think it's 7 variations of every word, depending on what you're talking about. 7 variations of it. And so even if you know all this stuff, actually going out and speaking it when it's crunch time is a whole different monster. Because I remember when I lived in when I moved out of Prague and I moved in with my ex-wife, we lived in Satska. And then I moved, Satska's out there by Poderbrady. Poderbrady, if you check, I always pronounce it wrong. Poderbrady, I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. And then I moved from there to Českolipa, which is about an hour north, where you ain't gonna find not very many English speakers out there. Very rare. But I remember I would go when I first went to the grocery store, and being hit in the face with having to speak a language to get out of a problem when you have no experience in getting creative to explain what you want, type of shit, with like, hand signals, or, trying to play it out or whatever the fuck. Like, you have no experience. So it got to a point, man, like, I would just get so frustrated, I just wouldn't go to the grocery store and just eat fucking bread for like 2 days, because I just didn't want to deal with it. I just didn't want to deal with the chance of me having to talk, and have to go through something that in English could have been solved in fucking 15 seconds. Now turn into a 25-minute problem, because now she went back and got somebody and got lost and came back out, and I'm trying to explain to them, and they don't know what's going on, and she's telling him something, but she's telling him the wrong shit, and now we gotta it could just easily grow to just this 30-45 minute dilemma that should have been 15 seconds at most to get through. But it's like you don't have any experience with it. So my advice is the crash course, man. You just got to go there, get fucked up. Shout out Duolingo, Mr. Emoji. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Guns, nearest Guns? What up, AD? Just joined the stream. Yo, man, thanks for joining this stream. Porter. Yeah, it's called Poj. It's spelled like Poderbrady. Poderbrady, something like that. Like Podbrady, but they spell it like a little different with their alphabet. Dark Rebel saw a sign on the interstate that told men not to watch porn, basically blaming men for all the women and children's problems. Didn't surprise me. Oh yeah, man. Dark Rebel. See, here's the thing. I started out the live stream talking about that. That's just how the world is, man. The world is just like if the world is literally at this point rigged up, because here's the thing. The world is literally rigged up on glorifying pussy, right? That's how the world's rigged. The world is literally rigged up on this shit. On glorifying pussy and hoping that you may be in good graces with women to get pussy at a later date. That's what the world is essentially built up on. So with that being said, if a man is literally interested in anything that does not involve glorifying that woman over there type of shit, like the woman here, if a man openly likes anything that does not involve worshiping the one woman, he is immediately potentially womanizing, hateful, evil, blah, 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 all that, right? Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. Doesn't make it be video games, all right? If you like anything that has nothing to do with a woman, woman will find a way to make you evil, okay? Because it's that fragile feminine ego, man. That's what it is. It's that fragile feminine ego. They can't handle this shit. Let me make this shit bigger. Hang on. They can't. They just can't handle it, man. Period. They just can't fucking handle it. Uh-oh. What am I doing? So like, so when it comes to the porn shit and all that, okay, yeah. Let's just take this off. I don't even think it's synced up right, because it hasn't moved. It says I have like 35 this ain't even moving. I'm just gonna remove this. Or I'll tell you what, this is what I'm gonna do. Just move it under. So I don't fuck around and lose a whole live stream. Wait, is this? Can y'all? Okay, there's the names right there. What's your opinion on the West shaming virgins? Well, you only gonna be shamed as a virgin if you a man. Women don't get to see women get that free card out of that shit. Women, when it comes to anything about sex or anything, she's automatically right, dude. That's it with it. But dealing with shaming men, that see, cause see, let me close. This is getting cold. Let me close this window. I thought it'd be hot, but it's cold. When it comes to that shaming women shit, I mean shaming, like. Can you understand Czech completely? No, Mo. No, I can't. I can say a lot more than I could when I first came here. I can understand a lot more, but I still when they get to talking fast or some shit like that, there's a good chance I can't follow it. But like when it be like ads on TV or some shit like that, like I can deduce what they talking about all the time, type of shit. But no, when it comes to the shaming male, that's other men doing that shit too. Because the reality, man, when other men be shaming other men for watching porn or being a virgin or doing this and doing that, dudes who are doing that, who are shaming them for, just for the sport of doing, what is it, being a virgin or whatever, shit like that. Those are guys who really have no courage in life. So they're just kind of just jumping on like the one bandwagon thing that they know that women will look at and go, and other guys go, yeah, well, you gotta be a tough man, so you gotta do this. So like they're trying to fit that perfect fucking like it's chump shit, man. It's chump shit. It's chump shit. That's what it is. When they shame women don't get shamed for that. Well, women women can, but it'll be in the circles of other women. Women, I should actually clarify that. Women can get shamed for that in their groups of women. Depends on what group and where they at type of shit. Because women, they really do that hive mind shit. Men really don't do the hive mind thing. Men secretly just try to raise their chances to be in better graces for pussy later. Type of shit. They used to throw female virgins in volcanoes. I didn't know that. Thanks for the language advice. Oh yeah, no problem. Solar H. How's it going? Wait, can you understand Czech completely? No, man. No. Not completely at all. My father told me that when he was learning English, he would go out and watch lots of movies, like how fancy animes use Jap. Yeah. Well, yeah. And okay. English is an easy language. Everybody can agree that English is probably the easiest language to learn because the words don't really. Some words are difficult, like through, though. Some words can be difficult for most other or pronunciations like the th sound of there, mother, father. Like usually that's difficult for most other language speakers. That th they can't. That's just like that. That's a really difficult thing for them. So when you listen to a foreigner speak, like a lot, like don't get me wrong. There's some guys like I'm thinking of one right now. He had me completely fooled because he practiced that shit excellent. I never would have guessed that English wasn't his first language, but he seriously practiced it though. But more times than not, they'll say mutter, fodder, that type of shit. But for the most part though, the words, for the most part, English is typically the easiest language to learn. I don't know. I tried learning Japanese a long time ago, but I forget why I even stopped. English is everywhere. Yeah, Mo. Yeah, Mo. Yeah, and that's the thing, Mo. Like wherever you go on Earth, wherever you go on Earth, you gonna find somebody somewhere who's gonna know some English. All right, and that's a luxury that Americans really don't understand that they have. Because on the flip side, I remember when my ex-wife, I remember when her mama flew to the UK because her mom was a professional singer. And I thought it was gonna be some bullshit. I still remember that. I thought it was gonna be some bullshit, and because her mom didn't speak English, But she was real cool. She cook and clean all. She do your laundry. If anything, I had to tell her, no, I'll iron my own shit. You don't have to iron it. Like I have to tell her, like, no, I'll do it. I don't. I'm a grown man. I can do it myself. She would come down and iron the clothes, cook, clean up. It was cool. Sometimes it get annoying. But I thought it was gonna be some bullshit when she was singing because I heard she would go to she was singing concerts, had to go to practice and all this. Yo, they gave me that CD. That shit was hot. Like I played that shit all the way. It was classical shit, but I played that shit all the way through. But I remember, yeah, she went to UK and ain't nobody. That's that world hypergamy shit to an extent. It's that world hypergamy where like the richer countries they ain't concerned about poorer countries' languages. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find no Germans trying to speak Romanian. You ain't got time for that. French motherfuckers, we ain't got time for that. We'll learn these other rich people, these other rich languages, but we ain't got time. I'm trying to learn no Ukrainian. we might maybe Russian, but we ain't learn. No, we ain't learn no. Was it Belarusian? Is that the language? Is it? Man, I don't got no time for that. But that's just how the world is, man. So she went to UK and she couldn't talk to nobody. It was her group, so they just stayed, I think, in a hostel the whole time, and they just performed. But they was legit good though. She was old, but they was good. That shit was hot. I can't make fun of her for that. That shit. I remember when I played it. I remember when I hit play, and the first 5 seconds, I was like, "Yo, no, that's all right." That shit ain't bad. I go watch that. It was like damn. It was that legit classical shit, man. That shit was hot. Now my ex-wife, she couldn't sing. She couldn't do nothing, man. She was just. It sounds like I'm bashing her, but no, for real. Like I tell my dad, like my ex-wife was pretty much like the worst of both worlds. Because like she worked in Prague, but she kind of grew up on like that, that not country girl, but like her mom was like amazing. Like her mom would like, she was like, that's how I to be real, but I learned how to cook a lot from her, from watching her. Because that woman would go in that room with a fucking stick, a rock, and and a piece of butter and come out with a fucking pie, dude. Like, no fucking joke. Like, so I learned how to be resourceful from her. Like, I used to watch her go in that kitchen, and we used to sit down in there and just kick it and hang out and eat. And I used to just watch her, dude. And her mama was, and she used to be in arts and crafts. Guys, I think I told y'all this story a long time ago on my live stream. I remember, let me see if this light is fucking up. No, it's still brown, because this light's a little brown too. But I remember when I first moved in, it was coming up on Christmas, right? And she kept bringing down cookies on this like decorated tray, and the artwork was just like perfect on it, right? Everything was like, it was so perfect. I thought it was coming from a machine. I was like, why does she keep buying us all these cookies? And my wife goes, oh no, she's not buying it, she's making these. Like, what? Like, I'm talking like this shit was like, dude, like the artwork. She even made little dogs and cars and all this. And it was immaculate. Like, she knew the arts and crafts. I think she went to school to do that puppeteering shit. She knew how to do all that. Like, she was just an amazing, just great fucking. She was when it came to being an interesting human. Like, that's why I say that there are some interesting women out there, and she was one of them. They do it. My ex-wife's mom, she was an interesting woman. Like, she actually had something, in her other than vagina type of shit, right? Like, there was, like, if I'd mess around, fucking date her mom instead. She had me, it was more there than to her. My ex-wife, she couldn't cook. She couldn't, we paid a cleaning woman. She didn't clean. She didn't iron. Her mom ironed all her clothes. She was just a spoiled fucking brat. Like, this is what I mean. I'm making fun of her, but it's the truth, man. Like, she didn't do, but her mom did all that. Her mom, she'd go outside, build fire. They built they grew all these plants in the yard. Like you had fucking the blackberries and raspberries and strong blueberries. I didn't even know how raspberries grew before I moved in there. Did y'all know raspberries grow in they grow in, like, it almost looks like a little bush. It's not a bush, but it's like, it looks like hay kind of growing up, and they grow in that. I didn't even know that. I didn't know how raspberries grew until I moved, until I lived there. But yeah, no, her mama was one. She was legit, man. Like I said, I learned a lot from her, for real. Like, when it came to just like survival, I remember she cooked pigeons. We ate pigeon. Y'all know that? Yeah, did y'all know you can eat pigeon? I think it was pigeon. Yeah, it was a little bird. I remember she would just dude. She would just like she cooked pigeons, and you just have like it was this whole tray of pigeons, dude. We would just go up there, sit up there, and eat. And she would do yeah, she had talent. Yeah, Mo, she was there. She had talent, man. What country area, in your opinion, is the best for men to live? We all know the West hates men at this point. I would say, I mean, just for because I'm not trying to talk like I've been everywhere, but from the friends that I've met, I would honestly say, man, if you trying to move somewhere, honestly, if you an American dude, if you're North American, I would say I would recommend stay away from South America for the reason that the America's weakness is that it's only one primary language spoken in that area type of shit. I mean, every country's gonna have that, but the Americas aren't flexible. So my recommendation would I wouldn't fuck with South America. I mean, go down there to see what it is, but if you got a pension or something, the average wage down there is like $500 a month. So if you got like 500, you be all right. Um, I would say, honestly, I would just say just go to you just I would say well it depends on what your living situation is just like, but I would say just move to Prague and find but the hard part, like I said, the hard part is gonna be that language barrier. And if you come it's not a lot of scam artists, but there's gonna be scam artists everywhere. Like for example, I'm in the Facebook groups with these expats and they always put these flats up for rent, right? Or to buy. But them flat groups, it's literally the same like as online dating. Like by the time motherfuckers gotta advertise some shit in online dating, like it's fucked up. And they usually asking way too much for it. It's the same thing with looking for a flat in the Facebook. Just look at maybe like Facebook flats in Prague or something like that. You can hold on, I even hang on, let me find it for you guys. Some like maybe like flats in Prague. I always see it scrolling because I'm in these. Like I said, I'm in here official. Oh, well, this is Prague buy sell trade. Somebody said, what is this? His music equipment. This dude he's selling this shit right now on there. Oh wait, can y'all see that? He's selling that. But they always put up like they always putting up flats and they always want way too much for them. And that's why they end up on Facebook Marketplace because they want way too much for them. What about Spain? I don't know anything about Spain. I know nothing about Spain. So don't ask me about Spain. I don't know anything about Spain. Yeah, nothing personal. Because we were thinking about moving to Italy because my girl, she has a lot of connections out there. A lot of good connections in Italy. We were I don't think I ever told anybody about that. But y'all, what, 34 watching? uh we were supposed to be because she grew up in Italy and she could speak Italian. So we were thinking about moving out there. But we don't know yet. Cause I just seen like it's some beautiful. Like the only reason we was talking earlier today, cause she was here all weekend. The only reason I stay in this flat, cause I could get a much nicer flat for what I'm paying. I pay 14,000 Czech crowns here, which is like $650. The only reason I keep this flat is because of the view. If it wasn't for this view, I would have left a long time ago. It's the view. Because I can get a much nicer, much more modern, it was furnished when I moved in. So I didn't have to, buy a bed or anything like that or, tables or, TV stands or it was already furnished. But the view. If it wasn't for this view, I would have found like the only reason I think I told you guys a long time ago, the only reason I took this flat is because I just needed a place. And I just took literally the first thing that came along and it ended up being this place with the view. I didn't like strategically pick this shit out. It was just pure luck to have a place with a view like this. But yeah, it's the view. The view is the only thing that keeps me here. Or because I could get a much nicer place, much nicer, much bigger, just overall much better place for if the same, if not a little more than what I'm paying now. Pigeon is good for anemic people. Word. Yeah, I didn't even know you could eat pigeon. I didn't even know you could eat it until I was out there with them. Didn't even know you could eat it. From Chile. Yo, what's up, Nicholas? And I'm over here bashing South America. He from Chile and shit. But no, but yeah, I still stand okay. But as far as a place to live, I still stand by that. Like the America's weaknesses is not flexible in language. Like I'm sure there's gonna be pockets of it, but like it still kind of gets back to that thing. Oh, if you don't speak our language and we don't speak yours, ta ta type of shit. What does it say? Carlito's Way says, "What's good, brother? I just moved to Miami and I have a beautiful view in my apartment. Word, that's cool, man. Yeah, the view is what's gonna keep. The view is what keeps me here for sure, man. Just the view looking over Prague. But you want to know what you want to know what though? And this is why I be trying to tell motherfuckers like in life, even when it comes to when you pull like a bad bitch or whatever the fuck, like no matter what you gonna get, you eventually gonna grow tired of it, right? Like if you wake up to it every day, you gonna eventually just you're not gonna care about it anymore. And that's I mean, I still like I've gotten used to being able to look out the window and just see, all of Prague from my window. But at the same time, I don't value it like I did, of course, like when I first seen it. Because I remember when I first came up here, this room was actually shut off, and I just had like the other room where I used to do all my videos at. And but I remember like I really didn't. I think the street's nice, the area is not bad, but the flat was like it was like without this room, it was kind of small. But I remember when I looked and seen outside, I was like, I'll take it. I was looking, I seen that view. Like, yeah, I take it. I take it. But yeah, man, when you meet a woman that has actual talent, when she has actual talent, and there's actually something there to work with, to talk about and do. She actually has a legit hobby other than scrolling through Instagram. She actually has a legitimate hobby or something to talk about or something to have interest in other than how to make her butt look bigger or scroll through Instagram. It definitely helps out a lot. And even then, some women, okay, I won't even bash a lot, like even because even those women could be okay if they know how to just sit down and exist. Sitting down and knowing how to exist is a hard thing. Uh, that's a hard natural thing. You're gonna play blackjack. Is that 21? I'm bad at card games, man. If that's 21, I know I play 21. I think that's 21 blackjack because I'm bad with card games. I remember with the Vegas. I'm awful with that shit. I went with a friend of mine. I was telling him to stop gambling because he's gonna end up. I ain't want to lose all his money. He ended up winning like $400 though, but I ain't want to lose all his money. He probably would have won a lot more for real. But like I don't trust that shit. There's a reason why Vegas is still there because they taking in more money than they giving out. I don't trust that shit. I don't trust that shit. They taking in more money than they giving out. And they ain't gonna discriminate with that shit. That shit will happen. I don't trust that. Y'all know when I went to Vegas, the only thing I played, weirdly enough, I was really good at playing the computer at blackjack. But when I went to go play like an actual, with a real person, I lost all my money. I think I had won like $50 playing against the machine type of thing at 21. But then when I went and played the actual table, I lost all of it. Like $60. But yeah. But yeah, no, but hey, where was it? Yeah, existing. Existing is a hard thing to do. Just sitting and just existing, like without that urge to like have to do something. Like, but it's a way it's a way, especially coming from a woman, it's the way she has to do it that makes it, comfortable. Because it can come off as, okay, she's just not an interesting person, or does she just feel like chilling? You gotta figure out which one is it. And a lot of bitches just aren't interesting people. Now, the reason why my situations work with girls when I'm with one is because I try to make it clear that she can just relax. All right. Because I'd rather people around me just sit down and just be comfortable than try to reach for something to sound interesting about type of shit, right? So I think that's where I kind of like, make it work. Clear's Way says, I won money at the casino. I did not know Miami had casinos. I won 300 from $5 on the slot machines in Magic City. Word up. That's cool. Yeah, man. I did I think when I was in Chescalipa, I ended up winning like I did about the same things you did in Chescalipa one time. I remember back in your old videos you said never to ask a woman too much questions when hanging with them. Any advice on how to keep the convo going? Um Well, yeah, you don't ask her because if you get to ask her too many questions, then she has to be a leader. And one thing every woman hates is to have to be the leader, of something that she's considering fucking. Because if she has to be the leader, then she's the mom type of shit. And mother and woman always wants to go up. Women want to fuck fathers. They don't want to fuck sons. Type of shit, right? It's just how they move. So how to keep the conversation going, man? How made me think? Oh man, because it's just a part of my personality. So I mean, it's hard for me to like tell somebody else how their swagger would work in that, because it's just part of my personality to keep shit going. But well, you see how I do this shit, doing live streams, just talking for 3 hours. Anyway, I get people chiming in. We say something dumb. Yeah, saying something dumb works, and just make them. I remember one time I pulled a bitch, and I was in Chescalipa. I pulled a bitch. I was in this store, Rossman. And I heard she could speak English. I heard her speaking English, right? So I knew she could speak English. So I walked up. I said, I was looking this. I've used this line quite a bit. I've used it before too. And I remember I said, excuse me, do these walls make me look short? And with a dumb straight face. I've used that line a few times too. And but look at him with a straight face. Just relax with a straight face. Like do these walls make me look short? And she's gonna sit and think about it, like, wait a minute, what? She has to giggle type of thing. Like that's fucking stupid. Like you're playing type of thing. But yeah, saying something stupid always works. Just don't take yourself. One thing I say is this, because like I said, okay, woman always wants to feel free. She always wants to feel free and relaxed in the initial phases. Unless she's like chasing after you because she figures another woman wants you type of shit. But even then, like at the core, woman, she wants to come back to some part while she's with you that she can be relaxed type of shit, right? Like she wants to feel that. She wants to feel that shit. So don't take yourself too serious. Like laugh at yours, like know how to laugh at yourself type of shit, or laugh at Okay, laugh at yourself. This is why I don't like giving advice on this shit, because this can trick off into so many different subcategories. Laughing at yourself can work if you don't laugh at yourself like you think you're really bad, or like I'm trying to think, what did I do? I always do something with what did we do? I forgot I put something somewhere, and because I got like kind of mad about it because I lost something. I said, yeah, I probably forgot I put it over there or something like that. Don't say like saying it like that is not like, oh, I'm just the worst human on earth or something. Like, oh, this is just what I do. Fuck it, and just move on. It's hard to explain this shit because it's how your swagger. Like every guy has his own swagger and different things, different, what am I looking for? Different ingredients get thrown into the mix for whatever reason. And, this is why I never try to sell myself as a dating coach, because I honestly believe there's no single way that I can tell. There's no single way that anybody can tell anybody exactly what to do and it will fucking work, type of shit. 100%. 80, do you recommend cold approach for someone that's starting to learn game? Simon Lewis, yeah. Simon Lewis. Okay. Here's Simon. Here's the thing. And this is a hard part about moving to another country too. Guys do not realize how disgusting it is to women to ask for help. In a certain, see, this is a hard thing to do too, because I can make it work, but I get it, what they see in it, like. So okay, well, I'll just continue with that. So one thing that guys try to do is they like that I catch guys doing. They try to expect somebody else to bring a woman there for them, as if the woman will is guaranteed to like them because they know the friend and all that shit. And that rarely works in reality. That rarely, unless the woman is just super fucking lonely type of shit. That rarely works. Like as a man, like you have to go out there and get and just you have to go out there and just get fucked up and build. That's just it. And I was telling my girl last night we was drinking and we was talking about her trying to find something else to do. And I was telling her like life is just a boxing match. It's a boxing match. Like, but here's the thing, like a lot of motherfuckers try to go into a boxing match and be trying not to get hit. Like, don't get me wrong, like nobody wants to get hit, but it's just that thing. It's a boxing match. Like you're going, like you gotta accept that you gotta accept getting hit. Like you're going to fuck up. All right. I told her that last night. Like you're going to fuck up. It's not if and when you do. All right. And here's the thing: you can always run back to a comfort zone with it, but here's the thing: even when you run back to your comfort zone, it's gonna be the same shit. You're gonna fuck up there. You're gonna have the same. The only difference is you were comfortable when you was getting fucked up. That's the only difference. So it's like you might as well just cut that shit loose and just do whatever the fuck you really trying to go out there, and accomplish. Wait. Going to code approach, yeah. Anything you can do to throw yourself in a situation, you learn because you gonna every time you gonna learn a little bit more. And how this translates into racing, right? And because I'm gonna probably stream that tomorrow night. And now since I know that the video game is working smooth, like and it's in 1080 and all that shit, like I was trying to get it the last few weeks. Yeah, it's in 1080. Um, I'll show you that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. My lessons on personalities and how you do racing, right? So when I first started to do any type of simulator, any type of racing, serious, like on any type of way, seriously. And when I say seriously, it meaning I find fun and value not just in holding the gas pedal down, but like hitting a turn properly type of shit and knowing when to accelerate right. I turn off traction control. I turn off all the assists, traction control, ABS, fucking stability, all that shit. I turn all of that off in every racing game. When I first started, I would watch other people, stream. Because I think on the last live stream, I showed you guys that guy with his wife with that simulation rig. And I thought that people just knew all these tracks. I thought they just knew the track. Like, how did you know that turn was coming up? How did you know? Like, I'm in here fucking up. Like, I thought people just knew the track. Which, if you race, you know what I'm talking about. If you like racing, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you're gonna hit a point. It's sometimes like if you're trying to race on the Nordschleife, you just can't like. It's almost impossible to remember every turn in that track. You just kind of like hit points where you just remember where a turn's coming, but you don't remember the whole Nordschleife, like by heart type of shit, like you can other tracks. So when it first started to, I think I was watching Super GT, Super GT. This is back when he's really blown up in that world. But I think he's kind of like getting tired of doing it, honestly. UK dude. I remember I commented on one of his videos. I said, "Thank you for showing us, that you fuck up. Thank you for showing us that you don't know every turn on every track, and you actually, because he did a video where he showed himself learning the track. He's like run off the track here, because people don't show you that side of it. But this is just the reality of the world. Like people don't, we don't go on Instagram and post, when we fuck up, when we're super embarrassed or when we're like, panicking and all this shit. We don't, when we're genuinely doing it, we don't do that. So like until you see somebody who does it and like lets you know it's okay, like you like secretly you think like something's wrong with you for not, for going through that. So when I learned that, you actually have to practice laps and try to memorize the best you can and use whatever you can to make it work, that's when it started to click and I started to get it. It's like, oh, like now I'm really starting to dig, I'm really starting to like racing because I get it now. And I'm learning, I'm learning that it's okay to fuck up. It's okay to be fucked up. It's okay to, just miss a turn and hit a wall because, well, in a video game, it's okay because, you're not going to hurt anybody. And you learn. And every time you practice, you do a lap, you remember just a little bit more. Maybe turn 3, you remember, oh, I could probably get on the gas a little bit earlier after turn 3. That's just shorten my lap time there. You probably gain time here, and you'll get better, right? You're going to grow. Here's the thing, just like with racing, with practicing racing lines and shit like that, like the more you are going to get better. All right, you just might get better at a slightly slower rate or whatever the fuck. And then just like in racing, some tracks are just your tracks, dude. Like people, they just can't. You are just really good at these 3 tracks. But these like for example, with me, there's other tracks where I just every week on Gran Turismo, my rating goes down on some tracks because I'm just awful on them. Like, and I know the track, but for some reason I just don't. Everybody has like the track or the turn that they know how to do type of, and it's the same thing when you deal with bitches. Like some types of bitches, you just know what to do. You'll learn it. You'll get there, dude. Trust me, Simon. You'll get there. Like you'll learn it. You'll get there. Like you just have to just keep doing it. And at first you're gonna take it personal because it's it feels like a personal thing because it's you. You're gonna take it personal, but then over time, man, you're gonna see like, okay, yeah, it's really just you. It's really just a numbers game for real. It's just with women, you really have to do the shotgun effect. You had to do like just shotgun, just spray pellets everywhere, fucking, and those who got hit deal with that type of shit. Whereas bitches can try more on bitches usually try more on sniper shit. All right, when it comes time for them to find somebody, bitches operate more on sniper level type shit. Where men have to do the shotgun effect, see what they get, and then work with that type of shit. Like, because if a man focuses on one woman, that never really works out right. And when women do that shot, when women try that shotgun effect, for guys who know, it's usually clear. They usually slip up somewhere, and it's usually clear, like pretty early on. You can tell. And she'll slip up and say, tell on herself. Hey, Austria D, knowing the difference between bullying and goofing on yourself. Bullying and That's a good question. For me, bullying and goofing, I just had this conversation a couple nights ago. We were actually talking to my girl too, because I was telling her about a good friend of mine. I learned a lot from him because he would just continue through something. He would never give up on something. Even if it was fucked up and bad, he would just finish it, right? And there was no point. So it was like on that typical Ohio haterade shit. I could have went like, oh yeah, you fucking stupid, blah, blah. But I sat back and waited, and I learned from him that if you just stick with something and keep doing it, like there's still a benefit in that. Was a Fall Out Boy song, Immortals. We said sometimes the only payoff for having any faith is when it's tested again and again every day. That's the only payoff sometimes. But there's a benefit in that. You learn shit from that, man. Like just doing. So where I'm going with this is, for me, that got me out of bullying myself and like thinking I'm just like the worst ever and this shit. Like, I'm the worst, or I'm not good at something, whatever, blah 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 blah. Like, but here's the thing: you always come across somebody who's going to be better than you at something. Like, it's just how the world is going to work. And I got over that when I first went to the military. When I seen, all these people working out just in droves type of shit. Like I'm not going to be the strongest person here. I'm 5'7", fucking 140 pounds. I'm not going to be the biggest, strongest dude. So I just got to accept that and move on. I say this, especially when you be out with a girl. Don't get like mad at yourself, or if you do get mad at yourself, communicate it to her. Don't let her figure it out, because by the time if she sits down and figures it out, well, she's just above you immediately type of shit. If you are one of the types of dude that get the slamming shit, well, she's figured you out. most at that point, a lot of times she's gonna see herself as above you type of shit. Whereas like if you mad at yourself, communicate it to her. But when you communicate it to her, don't communicate it to her like you're looking to her for to fix you type of shit. Just say like what it is, blah 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 blah, and then you move on from it. The number one thing you do, you just don't ever put yourself underneath the woman in a relationship. Because no matter how much they want to say it, like the opposite, like they do not want to lead you, dude. They don't want to feel like they're above you. Because they're gonna feel like they're your mother at that point. A lot of red pill YouTubers have mixed feelings and opinions towards code approach. That's why I asked. Yeah, man. Okay. So yeah, not for you personally. Okay. Well, yeah, that's just my thing with the code approach. I say, man, do it. Like I don't know why somebody would say don't do it. Maybe in some spots in the U.S. you could be seen as like hyper thirsty or something like that. Especially nowadays, since everybody's leaning towards Instagram and shit like that. But I don't see why somebody would really say, why somebody would have a mixed opinion about it. Why other guys could say like, maybe don't do it. I don't. I honestly don't understand why somebody would say don't code approach. Best code approach. Dump the 3 months later. Yeah. Honestly, I really don't know why someone would just flat out. They would just completely have a reason to just completely disagree with it. Now, it depends. Like, because I'm sure I probably said something in the past that says don't do it. Like, it depends on the context of the situation. Like, it really just depends on the context of the situation. But I don't see why somebody would say like, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. How would you deal with a woman showing interest in you when she rejected you in the past? Wait, let me read this. How would you deal with a woman showing interest in you when she rejected you in the past? I wouldn't deal with her, honestly. Because at that point, I wouldn't deal with her. So honestly, Solar H, I wouldn't deal with her. But again, I live in Prague, all right? For some of you guys to be in areas where there's just not many attractive women, there's just not. You definitely probably don't have a brothel or anything like that. You don't. Like where I was living in Ohio, like that's just depressing. Like if you see one bitch who looked like she took a shower and gave a fuck about how she dressed, she was immediately a 10 out of 10. So like in that area, you'd probably be a little more. This is what it is. You'd probably be a little more desperate, for that quality of woman out there. Whereas like I'm in Prague now, so like it's just that quality is just everywhere. So I just don't have that. I don't have that. I just don't have the patience to deal with women in general. Like if anything, now if anything, I have my girl talk to women for me because I just don't have the patience to deal with most women. They're just on average, they're just gonna be fucking ridiculous, just retarded. Honestly, for me, from my experience, cold approaching was for my mental state. Once it was comfortable talking to attractive women, then talking to bosses or people in higher positions was easy. Yeah. Because talking to a girl, yeah, it's just is what it is, man. And the thing is, it never really goes away. Like you always gonna be at least most times, unless you figured out you had her before you approached her, type of thing. You always gonna be a little nervous on some level. All right. That's just gonna be the reality, and the woman is too. But the thing is, woman has no courage, so the man has to do everything. Woman literally has no courage in life. Okay, she's gonna sit around and wait for the man. Like literally in every aspect of woman's life, she's gonna wait for man to create something before she can, jump on it or apply value to it or whatever. She's going to sit down and wait for man to do something. But no, like it's you're gonna be scared. I mean, not like, horrified, but you're going to be a little nervous at least, for sure. Simon says, do you have any advice for what to expect when traveling alone and things to be aware of in terms of people, women, etc.? Okay, Simon, I'll tell you this. well, and okay, if somebody's trying to give you something that you know you don't deserve, you got to keep that that logic going. Because you can Google what's that? Uh, out in Ukraine, it's all on Google reviews. How what was it? It's some bar out there that's known for it, but it's a lot of these little scams going out there in Kiev right now, like literally right now, where the girls they'll go on online dating or they'll approach you on the street and like all of a sudden be nice to you, want to hang out with you and all that shit. Like, you got to understand that woman doesn't approach man, all right? Woman doesn't initiate, create anything. All right, especially was that line from X-Men. He said, what the Magneto said. Never trust a beautiful woman, especially if she shows interest in you first. Never trust that shit. That is a scam. But here it's all in the reviews on Google. How they what the scam was. The girls either go on Tinder or meet the guys like at night, like would be walking up the strip or something like that. All of a sudden be nice to them and want to hang out and talking to go to this club go to this bar that they know, type of shit. You follow her there, and they bring you a menu with no prices written in it, and you get to order in like beers and hookahs wherever the fuck like that, and you get the bill, and one beer coming out to be $75, right? And they'll fuck around and come pull out a knife on you or something like that, saying like, yo, you gotta pay tight and all this shit like that, blah 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 blah. And that's the scam. Because when they bring out the alcohol, the girl she'll order shit too, but she'll really just be drinking water the whole time because she's just staying sober till she gets you fucked up, and then like have to go to the bathroom or something and leave you at the table. That's the scam that I read on. It's like there's just tons of them. It's just story after story. It's just, and I remember one was like, I'm an African American, so I thought they did it to me, but no, after reading the reviews, it's tons of other people. It's like, it's just tons of, and I don't put it past them. I don't put it past the women there. I don't. It's just that it's that culture. It's just that I don't want to say it's that culture. What I say is this: it's what happens when a country is stripped down and beaten down, but women are still attractive. Women, they gonna do just as much, dirty shit as men will do, if not more. Okay. So always remember what you deserve in some shit and what you don't deserve. If anything, like I said, like what Magneto said in X-Men, never trust a beautiful woman, especially if she shows interest in you. Don't trust her. All right. Happened to you in Russia. Oh, word, that happened to you in Russia. Someone on YouTube exposed it. The word. and it'd be it'd be sad too, because I remember I was this was when I wasn't sure if I could come back to Prague. This is when coronavirus was really taking off and the bans was happening. You couldn't go travel anywhere anymore, right? And I remember I was sitting at this bar at this this outdoor bar, and this big American white dude was sitting there with a translator and this pretty bitch across from him. And like, dude, like everybody knows what that is, man. Even the pretty bitch, like she there trying to get some money out of him. That's all. Like, for the life of me, I don't understand why. I don't understand why guys go to Ukraine, go looking for Ukraine or Russia looking for a bride. Well, because the bitches look good. That's why. But if you can't communicate with this bitch, she knows what she's trying to do. All right. And the guy shouldn't know. He just may be too afraid to admit it to himself that he's trying to buy a woman. But like at that rate, yo, dude, just go to Prague, man. Just go to Prague and go find you a brothel. Go to Germany and find it. Be brothels out there too. I'm sure some good ones out there. But trying to do that shit, dude, like, no. Karaoke was like 200 per song. Yeah, that Bald and Bankrupt, I believe, showed the restaurant. Word, that's the name of it, Bald and Bankrupt. Someone you, that's gang. Somebody actually exposed it because I remember seeing it. But and like I said, just like that culture, man. That's like, whoo. Like you walk down the street. I'm not joking. Like, you walk down the street and you was because they would have the bar like the little club bars like they wouldn't close them. You see them and the bitches like they'll look immaculate, dude. Like immaculate, immaculate. Like you like because I remember when I first came to Prague, I used to meet I'd go at the clubs and bars whatever like that when I first came here and be talking to dudes out there. They would say go to Kiev if you think the women here look good. Go to Kiev. And he was right. The women in Kiev made the women in Prague almost look like American women, for real, and not because that fat shit, but the effort they put into how they look. Now the Prague bitches look good though. Don't get me wrong. You still gonna have some dime pieces walking around, but them Kiev bitches, they go that extra mile. Cause and this is just why I be trying to tell motherfuckers all the time, like all the time, dude. The first thing poor people want you to think is that they not poor, right? So, and this is why I was just disgusted with Kiev. I do want to go back and just hang out because the average wages is like, like $300, $400 a month. So I'll go back there and just chill, just eat, the fancy desserts and shit like that and just kick it. But the reason why I would be disgusted with Kiev, man, is that if the average wage of your country is $300 per month, why the fuck you got a Louis Vuitton store in this motherfucker? Are y'all motherfuckers that damn greedy and just fucked up? but I like with the motherfuckers I know out there, like they say, yeah, like the education, we don't even work like that out there. Like you go to university out there, it's not like it is in the U.S. where like you know what I'm saying, out there they hire people they know, like it's on that severe click shit, like it's severe to where like they'll fuck around and just destroy the quality of work because they hired their homies in there. Not motherfuckers actually know what they doing, but they hired their homies, they homeboys to come in there and do it. But it's that thing, like the first thing poor motherfuckers want you to think is that they not poor, so they gonna do anything they can to get Louis Vuitton, Dolce, all the name brands to make you think that they not poor. And it's fucking, it's just for the black people, man. Yeah, it's nigger shit. It's just niggerish. It's niggerish. That's what it is. It's just white niggerish. That's all. That's all it is. Like that's why I just call that white Nigeria. That's what I call that shit. That's what I call it, because that's what the fuck it is. Like, why the fuck y'all motherfuckers walk around with 15? Why would a motherfucker? Yo, I'm in a flat rent group in there in Ukraine, right? And another dude actually called about on this. They was trying to rent a flat for $1,400. And the dude said, look, y'all motherfuckers are ridiculous. If somebody gonna spend $1,000 a month to live in Ukraine, you would just move to a better fucking country. Let's just call a spade a spade. You would just move to a better country, okay? If you gonna spend $1,000. And what like me living in Prague. If I was gonna spend $1,000 a month for rent, I just move to Germany, okay? And I'll just come to Prague and hang out. If I was gonna do that, which I'm not gonna do that, but if I was gonna do that, I would just move to just a better country at that point. But Prague is like the perfect middle zone for everything. That's why I stay here. I'm gonna go pee, man. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm gonna go pee, man. I'll be right back. Let me hit this break time. Be right back.
Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you wanna be like me and have rich men wanna fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayavayava, and I can teach you how to have rich men wanna fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you shit. Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you wanna be like me and have rich men wanna fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayavayava, and I can teach you how to have rich men wanna fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you shit. Ooh, girl, I am rich and I am sexy. Don't you wanna be like me and have rich men wanna fuck you too? Well, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Jamilia Musayayava, and I can teach you how to have rich men wanna fuck you too. Are you ratchet as fuck? Do you stink? Do you smell bad? Are you bad at dressing? Well, pay attention to my quick and easy steps on how to get men, rich men that is, to fuck you, or at minimum, buy you.
All right, I'm back. I'm watching myself. White Nigeria. I always say it again. If there are brothels, why did the white dude do that? Oh, well, in Kiev, I don't know. I'm sure there's brothels in Kiev. I didn't go to one. Well, them dudes be everywhere. But here's the other thing. Kiev is a good spot to hide at when you fucked up. I found that out too. So, like, for whatever reason, if you be fucked up, Kiev is a good spot to hide in. Because you come across a lot of billionaires in that motherfucker that's fucked up. And they hide in there. Because Kiev is on that side where it's not a rich country, but it's not a poor country. It's not a poor. It's a poor country, but it's not a poor country. Meaning, like, yeah, the streets, they all paved and all that shit. You ain't worry about dirt roads and shit like that. But they poor enough to where you can pretty much do whatever you want if you got a few $1,000s in your pocket. All right? You do whatever you want. It's one of them type of places. And like I said, it'd be a lot of rich motherfuckers there hiding out, for real. Like no joke. It'd be a lot of and you know what'd be funny? What I think is hilarious about Ukraine, because I still be in them groups. Like, them motherfuckers love real estate. like that is like like, that's just the shit. Like, them motherfuckers be on it. You know what they out there doing? And this seems to be the common thing of the world, right? That I've seen. The same thing happens in Prague. The natives are trying to sell some junk to the wealthy foreigners, because the wealthy foreigners are trying to be exotic and buy shit and buy junk there. And the natives are trying to get the fuck where the wealthy motherfucker who bought the junk. That's something that seems to be a world thing. That seems to be like a consistency. That's rough. Oh, Julian, oh, word? Is that it? Real estate is the only form of wealth that counts there. It's a paradox? Yeah. Julian, I can believe that. But I think it's, dude, Julian, I think it's sick how, I really think it's sick that it's like, but it's that city thing. The first thing poor people want you to think is that they're not poor. So they're going to go out and glorify, the name brand, anything that can show that they're not poor, that they can get the point across to you. Did you see my Hugo Boss? Did you just happen to see that? I didn't mean for you to see that. It's Hugo Boss. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Like, they'll do anything for you to see that shit, man. It's rough. It's gross. It's really disgusting, because the homeless people out there, like, that was a whole nother level. I be trying to tell my girl, like, see, out here, you have homeless people anywhere you go. But, and I'm sure it gets worse than what I experienced out there. Like, if you eat outside or anything, like, them motherfuckers will be relentless. like to try to get $1 out your ass. Like, but here's the thing: when I was in South America, once you leave Buenos Aires and you be out there, and there, out there for real, where they even built houses out of plastic and shit. I'm not laughing at them, but like you got there for real. My theory is they're already so fucked up. They just accept it. Like, I'm not even gonna try to ask you for nothing. I'm cool with my little, with my shit. I ain't gonna ask you for nothing. Ta-ta. Whereas, like, see, out there, they still get that since it's white Nigeria, they still got that dream and hope. And then they see somebody driving a Mercedes and BMW and all that shit. Like the typical low end luxury cars, right? When you talk like legit luxury, these are like entertain me. These are the low end luxury cars. The BMWs and Mercedes and Land Rovers, they're luxury, but in the sense of legit luxury, these are low end luxury cars. But to them, that's all they know. All right. So they and that's what they just glorify that shit. Like like you the man when you got that BMW. You know what I'm saying? You the man. Well, it's a nice car. I got a BMW in the US. It's a nice car. But if you trying to show off, that ain't nothing to show off. You got it because you like it. I got it because I liked it. I ain't like it because I'm trying to show off. You try to show off, you get you a McLaren or some shit like that. Or some type of hypercar. If you trying to show your car off and it didn't cost at least $100,000, there ain't nothing you should be showing off, bro. Unless it's like an old classic you just like or something like that. Like if it didn't cost at least, if your car didn't cost at least at minimum $100,000. There ain't nothing to be showing off. BMW is nice. That check engine light come on. Was it when you were in your worst back in college? Were you outright open about your financials? I used to be really open about that. But then I stopped. But I used to be all the time. I used to be open about money because I didn't want people. But then what always happens is, but it always kind of comes back to this: like when you become open with how much money you have and what you spend on stuff, then people it's going to get to a point where somebody's going to eventually get mad once they know. You know what I'm saying? Like once they know how much money you got, type of shit. You can't help everybody. All right? It's just that's just when it comes to just money. You can't help everybody, and somebody's gonna get left out. All right, and whoever got left out, you'll be an evil villain to them. All right, that's just how it works. It's always you will always come back to that. So it gets to a point where you just can't tell people. You just can't be open about it. But when I was open about it? Well, back then we were all poor as fuck. I was talking to my girl about that too. We was all poor as fuck, man. When I started college, I still remember I told her, oh yeah, because I made some I went to the butcher and got some beef for like $7. I got a lot of beef too, and put it in a crock pot. Because my girl, she never had food from a crock pot before, so I put that beef in a crock pot, and she loved it. I told her, I was like, yeah, you learn how to cook. I told her, like, yeah, you learn how to cook some good food when all you got is $2 for 2 weeks in your bank account. I go in there with some ramen and some eggs and come out with four different meals from that shit. 4 completely different tasting meals. Go in there with some ramen and some eggs, and maybe ramen, eggs, or some spaghetti and some eggs. Get you some lentils. Get some lentils. I love lentils. They give me gas, but I love them. Get you some lentils, some eggs, some ramen, or some spaghetti. Both of them are good deals. Um, Pack of hot dogs, but hot dogs give me gas too. But I get a pack of hot dogs. Um, some butter. I tell you what, and when I started getting good at it, get you some flour and some baker's yeast. Boy, you make you enough food to $5. You don't even know. And some cheese. I learned how to make my own cheese. Cheese is real easy to make. All you do is just boil. If I remember correctly, I haven't done it in a long time because you gotta get cheesecloth. I remember I used to make my own pizzas, like completely from scratch type of shit. All you gotta do to make cheese, you just put milk in a pot and boil it. If I remember, I might be missing a step, but you put milk in a pot and boil it, and as soon as it starts to boil, you gotta spray something with acid in it. I think, and I use lemon juice. And as soon as you put the lemon juice in there, you put some drops. You go watch it start to coagulate a little bit, start to come together, and then you gotta pour it out in this cheesecloth. Now, when you pour it out in that cheesecloth, like all that liquid's gonna go through it, and it's gonna keep the actual, a lot of the cheese that's, it's gonna keep the solid part in it. That's the cheese. And you gotta let all the excess leak out, right? That excess is actually the whey protein that they use for protein drinks, if I remember correctly. That's actually what so pretty much when you drink a protein shake and all that, all that is just the part of milk that poured through the cheesecloth, and it just probably like just dehydrated it, maybe added like a multivitamin to it and put it in a pot and sold it to you for $20. But yeah, man, get you a bag of flour, some baker's yeast, but you need yeast. Without yeast, it ain't gonna be right at all. I mean, you can get by without yeast, but yeast is gonna add that whole next level shit to it. And you can just get. I'm a buddy of mine. He gave me a bread maker. He got for like $5 at the thrift store or something like that. Oh man, you make you some good shit. My friend said, even if you build a business and hire all your friends, someone will still have someone sets them out on the floor, yeah, and somebody's gonna be mad. That's why money is difficult, man. Why would you want to be flexing? You get a target on your back. Mo, okay, yeah, I agree to an extent. Because here's the thing: when people start flexing, it's usually because they don't belong with it. That's why. When it's a flex to them. Okay, like with my BMW, I got that car because I like that car, not because it's a BMW. But because I like that car. It was a stick shift. It was a luxury. It was a relatively. It was a mixture. It was a slightly sporty, slightly luxury manual transmission. That's why I got that car. I didn't get that car to flex. I mean, in the right circumstance, I probably could if I wanted to, because it was a really good looking car. But when people flex, it's because they really don't belong with it. You know what I'm saying? Because if they belonged with it, it wouldn't be anything else. It wouldn't be new to it. Wouldn't be anything then. Okay. For example, like with I don't know. Let's just say these AirPods, for example, right? These AirPods was like I got them when they first came out. They was like $200 when they first came out. Well, not when they first came out, but I got them maybe like a year later. Now, to me, like it's just what I got, whatever the fuck. But now, if you go to like some slum shit, a motherfucker down there might be rocking these motherfuckers, wanting to make sure you see him because they flexing, because in his culture he like that like he don't belong with it for real. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, why would you be flexing? You just put a target on your back. Yeah, especially is what I'm going with that, Mo, is where I'm going with that is especially if you end up if the person who's flexing is in an area that is known to be something expensive for them type of shit. Yeah, then they gonna get a target on their back. So usually, like when people fall in like millions of shit, people who are known who have millions that they can't live in regular neighborhoods. A lot of times they can't. They can't go in there and just you ain't gonna see like the motherfuckers that are known to have millions just be living, with regular motherfuckers. They can't. A lot of times they can't do it because they just gonna get bombarded with fucking charity workers and shit. Just come give them something. What Kevin says. Oh, if so, okay. How did they react? I guess you mean Julie. I guess you mean the girls. Well, everybody, Julie, if you're referring to the financial when I was in college, everybody's broke as fuck, especially the college. I went to Sinclair Community College when I started. And everybody's broke as most people are gonna be broke as fuck in there. Back then, like when you be 20, man, if you just got your own place, like you good. When you be 22. When you be 20, 21, 22, if you just got your own flat, your own place where you got a key to, you can go in and sit down and do whatever you want, type of shit. You ain't got roommates and all that. That you are automatically above a lot of other dudes in that from 22 years old and down. That you don't have problems competing with older dudes because a 30-year-old dude can always take a 20-year-old bitch from a 20-year-old dude wherever he wants to, for real. Especially if he has his shit even halfway together, he can always do it. But we all were broke as fuck, man. We ain't had no money. I remember I literally like nothing. Man, it's so hard to get a decent job as a community college student. And man, Crunchy Candy, when I was in there, I didn't get a job until I came back from the military and I started tutoring. And I only got that through a friend of mine because he started tutoring. Well, I actually met him while he was tutoring. And then he talked to people and got me in there. But I didn't get a job at all. I don't think I ever had a job when I was like a formal job when I started community college. When I got my first, how I would make money was at the time I would run hookers. I was running hookers or just playing taxi because I had a car. Because I was working because I worked at Dell Computers before I went to school. I had a car, but I remember when I got my first, when I left the homeless shelter, I got my first apartment, this little studio. The rent was $300 a month. And from food stamps, they'd give you $200 a month back then. But of course, you could sell those to get $100. So that was $100 towards rent. And then they give you $50 if you were going to college. You as a poor person going to college. So I had $150 for rent right there. And I had to just make the rest of the money. So even back then, like I couldn't even take out student loans that would amount to anything because I was still technically, under my dad. So I wouldn't get any student loan money. So I just ran. I just did odd, informal jobs and just hustled and fixed. And I fixed computers later on the back end of all that. But yeah, I did that for 3 years. Then I went to the military, came back, and I started tutoring. But some people they get in there and they get a job right away at a community college, working in the library or something like that. No, I never found a job that whole time. You see this, women know exactly. Here, people are only broke if they were out of town. I was a native, but still broke, which made me semi-insecure. But here, Julian, that reminds me of what I was going to say earlier. With that shit of like, remember how earlier I was talking about Ukraine, where they was or even Prague, that they'll dress shit up here to sell it to the unsuspecting foreigner type of thing. Who obviously has the money to buy it and all that shit. The first time I noticed this was when I was in New York City, man. And I started to put the pieces together there. Where a lot of time, I think a common thing what seems to happen is I'm not gonna say it happens every time, but this is something that I noticed was the people who had the really, really good jobs there usually weren't natives. They were usually people who they went to school in fucking Idaho or some shit like that. and got a and you know and went to, when they went to university out there, they was probably from there, went to university Idaho or Missouri or some shit, one of those like lesser known states. They and went out there and got the training and then applied and ended up getting a good job in New York City. But a lot more times not, what I would notice is that the people who was working a lot of lower end jobs, those were the natives. And it kind of made, and this is just the logic I made. I could be wrong, guys. I know there's a few people who watch from New York City, and let me know if I'm wrong about that. But from what I would see, I would never find a lot of like, okay, more times than not, it would be a native working at like what's that shit called? Not DM, Doug, Dwayne Reed, I would find like it would always be like the natives working at little Foot Lockers and shit like that. Like, but when it came to people who clearly had enough money where they could just walk around all day type of shit, those were like the foreigners, not the foreigners, but like what a foreign, they were from a different state. But I could be wrong though, because like I said, that was my perception of what was going on, and I seen that same shit really, here, or like in Europe a lot of times. Like a lot of times, the people who excel were the people who kind of traveled a bit and seen some shit, and that allowed them to let go of maybe some insecurities and shit like that, because they and also it's that thing, you don't really want to go back home, because if you go back home, like you think you're gonna be seen as a loser kind of thing. Like honestly, I got that in me. Honestly, I feel like if I was to go back to Ohio right now, I feel like if I was to go back to Ohio, like I would take that as just like as just a complete personal loss, dude. And I remember like when I went back one time, I went to Northgate Mall with my dad one time, man. And just seeing the physical quality of woman just walking around, and this is after me like being in Europe for a while. And I remember like I was walking around with him. I was like, "Yo, these women, they would walk out the house looking like this in Ohio, because they just don't care about their appearance at all. The bitches there just don't care about their appearance." That was jarring. But yeah, to go back to Ohio and just deal with that shit again, that's probably what caused me to go crazy last year when I went back, was just experiencing that shit again, going back to it. So like honestly, to me, man, like I feel, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Like so it kind of pushes the individual to try more and try harder and become more creative in what they're doing. It'll push them to keep them from having to go back. So like a lot of times like that, like that's why they end up becoming like much better, faster, stronger, smarter type of shit. Is that evolution? Whereas like when you be at home and you comfortable, what I'm saying, you in that like comfort just makes you weak. Was Bane said that shit. Um, um, Victory has defeated you. Like victory will defeat you. You know what I'm saying? So when you be a native in a place, you know everything, you know what's there. Like you don't feel that fire to get up and and try to be what. And you can say the same thing about American bitches versus Prague bitches. The same thing. Okay, see, American bitches, they in their home, they on their home court. The American bitches, if as long as they stay in America, they can run the game. But see, them bitches, they come to Prague, they can't run the game over here. Because Prague gets that outside influence. See, them bitches from Belarus out here trying to suck some dicks to get somewhere. Them bitches from Romania, Ukraine, and Turkey, they out here trying to suck some dicks wear skin tight leather pants and suck the right dick. They out here, see them bitches. Them Turkish bitches. They'll put on that eyeshadow and curl their lashes every time before they go out just to go run to the store real quick. They'll do it because they got to get more creative in how to survive out here. You know what I'm saying? Where American bitches, they don't have to do that because they in their home court. They stay home. They don't have to become better. They don't have to try. Listen, I'm gonna get off here in a minute, man. I'm getting tired. I got up early this morning too, and I was mad. I got up early. I wasn't mad. I was mad. Put your in the driver's seat if you're comfortable. Yeah, people only broke if they were right. Oh wait, I'm reading the same shit. Wait, see, it's not updating. I'm not getting all the okay. I got to read the actual live stream because this Dark Rebels last post didn't even make my fucking Streamlabs section. Okay, AD, I was the same a few weeks ago returning from Germany. The airport immediately made me feel down. Fat broads and just oh yeah, underdressed. Oh, dark girl. I remember when I flew back. Okay, when I first flew back to the U.S., I had to go to Florida first to do this uh, thing for counseling. But for my profession is counseling. But now I didn't need counseling. I had to go do something for it. But that reassurance that you can do it and all that shit like that. I forget what it's called now. But I remember I had to go through Atlanta first in the Atlanta airport, and like I remember when I got in there, it felt like I was in a homeless shelter. Because, like, when you go to an airport, like in France here or something like that, oh, bitches are dressed, they put effort in. I was in the Atlanta airport. These bitches wearing baggy fucking leggings and looking like it felt like I was in a homeless shelter. And I remember there was these two white girls with babies. It was holding them. And they was actually dressed, they were dressed to where like, okay, they looked, clean and put together. But I had to remember, like, yo, I'm in America. These bitches are dime pieces out here. Like, just because they clean and showered and, had their hair just, because they're kind of like, how they kind of like, how, especially white bitches in the U.S., like, when they know they look good, they try to kind of act like they're like this, like, like this perfect show type of shit like that. Like they was doing that, and I had to remember, like, yeah, I'm in America now, so yeah, they think they're fucking, they're the Kardashians out here, in this airport, just because they clean and just because they're legit clean, took a shower, gave half a fuck about their makeup and straightened their hair, they're automatically, royalty out here type of shit. ATLs, girls in general. I haven't been to Atlanta in a long time. I got family in Marietta. Well, I used to. I don't know if they're still there. It's been a long time since I've been there. But I got family all in Georgia, in Columbus, Georgia too. Um, yeah. Somebody used to watch. He knew my cousin because he played football. He's a real athletic dude. Both of them big as fuck. They're all bigger than me now. I'm literally. There's only one person in my family who's smaller than me. That's my aunt. She's like 67. She's the only person in my family that's smaller than me. Everybody else is tall. Everybody else is bigger than me. I remember my little cousin. I always tell this story because I remember he was a baby and he was in this. For those of you got kids, this is just another story. But like for those who don't, this is kind of funny. Like he was in he was in the rocker. He was a baby. He was, and he was like crying, like, wah, 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 and just fell out, like immediately just fell asleep. Like no, like no warning or nothing. That motherfucker. And I'll tell everybody this. So, because now he's like fucking 6'3", full thick beard, big motherfucker. He's not fat, but he's big. He was real athletic like his dad. Everybody in my family is bigger than me, man. Like I said, except even my little female cousin, even my niece is bigger than me. My niece is bigger than me. My nephew's bigger than me. Everybody is bigger than me except my aunt, who's like 67. And if she was like younger, she probably shrunk because she's gotten older. If she was like younger, she'd probably be bigger than me too. I'm just the smallest motherfucker. ATL's pretty much Black Hollywood with some ratchet stuff going on. I never got a full grasp on Atlanta. And to be honest, as I got older, I just didn't like it as much as I did when I was younger. Probably because I had, little cousins I used to play with type of thing. But after I got older, man, I just did. I told you about the Russian family I stayed with when I was down. And we were in Tucker. There was like, Tucker is technically about, because I used to drive to Atlanta from there. Tucker is about 15 minutes, I'd say. About 10 to 15 minute drive from Atlanta. Yeah, I was in Tucker a lot. But it was like this subdivision down there, so we had a whole life in there pretty much. Yo, Taurus, how's it going? But yeah, I never get Atlanta is just a wide and spaced out. It's just a really like people's like Los Angeles is totally that whole that it's not like New York where all the buildings go up. It's like everything's out. Atlanta is like Los Angeles, but also if you were to separate it by like huge highway, like long distances on highways too. Like it's just this. I never got a proper grasp on Atlanta, man. Never, I never did. D says, oh yeah, 5'10", 150. Damn, did I miss the Mario? Yeah, man, I done got tired. Like, it's partially I done got tired, and partially because I wanted to move on to like play something else. I'll probably play Gran Turismo tomorrow night. But yeah, but no, but it did stream much better than it did. I finally fixed it. So we play a couple more levels. I'm gonna get off here because oh shit. Oh, I gotta fix all this. Okay. I'm getting tired. I tell you what, let's just go ahead and just move. Let's just. Uh-oh, what's that? Y'all can't see this. I'm trying to move my shit. But, okay, here we are. Let's just move this up here. Just because I finally figured out. Oh, shit, what I do? Okay.
Oh no!
So it's finally moving smooth. Watch me fucked up now that I said it's moving smooth. That is hard. I don't know how to do that. That's just too much for me right now. Ain't nobody doing that. I got a game over anyway. Well, let's do one more run on expert. It shouldn't last long because I'm garbage.
Let's go! Whee!
See, man, I hate this fucking. So why is that? See, that's confusing me. You see, y'all see that? See, with that yellow shit and the half squares, it usually means you have to do something right there. That's what's confusing. Watch, you gotta do some more other shit. Yeah, you had to bring Yoshi. AD, were you ever a smoker? No, I never smoked. I got some weed in the kitchen, which I never smoked. I don't smoke unless somebody wants to smoke. I never smoked. Everybody else in my pretty much everybody else in my family smoked, but I never smoked. Cause my dad told me the story on why I don't smoke. He said when I was a baby, when I was a little kid, cause he was smoking. He used to smoke around me when I was a kid. Oh, I wish I got that. Oh, wait, maybe. Oh, I need a key. He said when I was a baby, well, not a baby. I was maybe like 2 or 3 or something. I guess I was old enough, to grab shit and imitate shit. He said he used to smoke around me, and he went out to he put me in the car and went and left the cigarettes in the car and came back. And I was in the car like as a little kid with a cigarette in my mouth, trying to light the cigarette, trying to smoke. And I was like 2 years old. And he said he's seen that, and then after that he never. Even now he won't smoke it. Even now he's 65, I'm 35, and he still won't smoke in front of me. Like he'll still hide it. Like he's just that dedicated. Which is a cool thing to be dedicated about. Don't get me wrong, but he's that dedicated. Hey, not yet. But that's an admirable thing to be dedicated about, though, Oh, it's just coins in this motherfucker. Oh, I gotta get coins to finish this shit? But no, I don't smoke. Yeah. I was hoping maybe it was like some, something I could run on down there or something. Wasn't nothing down there. And I do not know where I'm going to get 350 coins from. This is... Yo, Eternal. How's it going, man? You smoke? Hey, you know what though, man? When I get into like reading people's stories and shit about getting sick and all that, and I always come across lung cancer shit, man. And you know what's crazy? Like most of the time, motherfuckers get lung cancer, like they ain't even smoke. Like that's fucked up. And lung cancer is that's one of them cancers. Like that's just it. You just don't really, you ain't really got no hope. Oh, I gotta get that key. That's what it is. Got him! Got him! I'll show my girl when keeping it real goes wrong today. And the nigger family. Y'all remember the nigger family? I showed her that shit. Watch this kill me. He put 1 coin, for real. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't get out. Oh, this is it for that level. I can't get out. That's what they said about Callie, too. Oh, Callie wasn't made for growth. Hey, D, you ever... Oh, no, I just read that. Oh, shit. And you probably be better off not being big in this one. Hey, for real, you probably be better off not being big. I panicked. Woo. Meow. Oh, shit. To be fair, most American cities didn't plan for growth. It's unfortunate that we are not like the old world, which had built upon old stuff. I hate upside down levels. Hate them shits. That look was the look of salt. Is it gonna come out? Okay, stop. That's not gonna be good. Well, I gotta go. It's gonna kill me. Oh, okay. For real. This level really ain't that bad. I'm just bad. You should play some Call of Duty on stream. Yeah, I'll probably pick up something. Or that Halo Infinite is on that xCloud. I might play that tomorrow. Heat my asshole up. Heat my ass. Nice and toasty. I'm so garbage at first-person shooters, though. That was an easy level. Do the math. Yeah, man, I was gonna play. I was thinking about playing Halo. I'm awful at first person shooters. I was never really great at them, but like, cause you know some motherfuckers they are either playing Forza Horizon or Halo Infinite on xCloud. Like that. That's the whole reason they even get out here. Well, this is gonna be the end of the run right here. This Japanese level. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Oh no!
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm trying to jump to hurry up and get off of there. We gonna ride this out. See what happens. Get your ass there. Yo, I could do that, man. I fucked that up. I panicked because I didn't know what to do. Oh! I could beat this shit for real. I'm fucking it up. Get your ass in. Oh! Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. I don't think I could do that. Because I think you can't. I think you have to be big. That way you can get hit. Because I don't think you can. Or you got to just get it like perfect.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm just going to gun it. I'm just going to gun it.
Oh, no.
Fucking. See, he should be doing that big ass jump right there, man. Why isn't he doing it?
Oh no!
You can make it in that little area. I'm not that good. I bet them Carl Sagan and Panji, them motherfuckers be like, oh, I did it. We try. You can make that shit. I'm just not that good to do it. Because I see them do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
This Veep note mean? It just came on my TV. Let me Google what this shit mean. I don't know what this word mean. It just came up on my TV. It's a Czech TV. So pardon, you guys can't see it, but I can. I gotta Google this shit. I don't know what it means. Turn off. Oh no, it's probably because it's been on, so. Oh, fuck.
Let's go!
Well, we don't turn off. That was smooth. Thanks. Oh. Yo, I'm jumping. I'm like pressing the jump button. I hate these sand levels, man, because it should. I don't want to waste my last life on this. Fuck that. Now watch her do some old silly shit. Oh, ain't nothing even up here, man. Fuck that. Yo, for real? I can't even make that. Watch I airball this shit. Watch I just completely whiff this shit. I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try to run and land on that on the one on the on button beneath. I don't think I can make that. Oh, he might get it. I was supposed to throw it. I was supposed to throw the shell. Which I'm too bad. I couldn't figure that out. I'm watching myself in the replay to make sure my stream is smooth. But anyway, y'all, it's 9:53, man. How'd you mess that up? I guess I'm not that good at Mario. Anyway, I'm out here. Thanks for everybody who tuned in, man. Appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow night with Grant. I'm gonna have to move to PlayStation so I can play Gran Turismo online, so y'all can see how I be playing online with other people. Hey, yeah. So I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. Ta-ta.